200 of GameSpeak Podcast.
Really? 200?
Yep, this is the 200th episode.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
So,
Doing big things.
yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, boys. Yo, 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 and hello, and welcome to the 200th episode of GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube, so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are now streaming live every Tuesday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeak-Podcast. If you want to catch the show live as it happens before anyone else, this show is two childhood BFFs bringing you all things video games, and now a third. I got to figure out how to get you in there, Devin, but we're going to get there. You can find us online at GameSpeakPodcast.com, where we need you to subscribe to our official newsletter so we can make sure you never miss an episode. Also, be sure to join the community in the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. I'm one of your hosts, JAMAL Jafra, alongside Brent, Bass.
Yo,
Yeah.
what's up? And we've also got Devin, the Dalmatian Slayer Mayor, dude.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm calling the cops.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like Cruella DeVille, you know?
Cruella DeVille.
You leave those Dalmatians alone.
I like Dalmatians.
He makes
though.
coats
But
out
not
of
in the coat
Dalmatians.
way.
Yeah.
In the more alive, cute little puppy way.
Those would probably be, if you think about it, Dalmatian skin is really, I feel like it's not much fur. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be a terrible coat.
Yeah, you would not be keeping
That's why she
warm
needs
with that.
101 of them.
Oh, goodness.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you think about that, I didn't even think about that. 101 Dalmatians is one of the most brutal movies ever. This woman is literally trying to murder these
101
puppies.
puppies, yeah. They're puppies, too.
Yeah, puppies.
And make a coat out of them.
But she's trying to take them from these sentient dogs that are obviously fighting for their puppies' lives.
Yeah.
And she's just like, no.
And she can't just take one puppy here and one puppy there. They have to be the same 101 from the same group family. She's gonna massacre the whole family just to make this coat. You know,
those dogs were banging though. You know what I'm saying? To get 101 Dalmatians, do you think it was just
I thought it was a freak accident where it was just that. It was like twins, but 101 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't even remember how that movie. I don't remember much about that movie. I do remember.
I think that's how the movie starts, right? The dog's giving birth, and he's like, "We got another one and another one. Oh, there's
Just a
100
fucking
of
black
them."
hole spitting out Dalmatian puppies.
Machine gunning puppies into the apartment.
It's just I do remember for some reason at the beginning of the movie, the guy has this yellow handkerchief thing that he's opening, and there's food in it or something. I don't know why I remember this, but I have a very specific memory of being extremely hungry when I saw it, and now I'm very hungry again.
See, I remember him smoking the pipe. I remember at the beginning,
too,
he's sitting there puffing on his pipe, and then he sings the Cruella DeVille song. That's all I remember about that movie for some reason.
Cruella DeVille. Yeah, I forgot. Okay, wow. Fuck, I forgot there's music in that movie.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
It's been so long. Y'all remember a whole lot more than I do.
Oh, you might have to go back and watch it.
Wait, is her name actually Cruella? Cruel Ella and then Devil? Her name is
Cruel Devil. Yeah, Cruella DeVille.
No one questions
it's
that.
fitting for someone who wants to slaughter 101 puppies and skin them for a coat.
But speaking of the 101 Dalmatians, Brent, did you watch The Promised Neverland?
Yeah, because it's just 101.
It's almost the same story, except for...
I guess so. Yeah, I watched the first 5 episodes last night.
Oh, damn. So you did get into it. I told you, bro. It's so good.
Hey, when you're right, you're right. You know what I mean?
Oh, my gosh. It's so good. I'm so pissed that this...
But don't ruin anything.
No, I'm not talking about it.
Okay.
I just want to mention that we're watching it. But
well, we got to talk about it a little bit. We just can't talk past
the problem
episode 5.
No, because the problem about that show is that if you talk about anything, you ruin it.
Can
okay.
I? Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. We can talk about how
You can't just pretend you hadn't seen past episode 5.
No, I'm not talking about me. No, I'm talking about past
that might watch
people that are listening. You know what I'm saying? Because once you give the premise of the story away, the whole story's ruined, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you went in knowing what you know past episode 1, it wouldn't be exciting. You know?
Yeah. The problem is, like, these people don't trust us. How are they? Why would they go watch this just because we're like, hey?
You know, I take recommendations, okay, and I go home and watch things between.
Are you gonna go watch The Promised Neverland tonight?
Do it.
Is it on Netflix?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh well,
I'm gonna watch.
I got until like February to watch it.
Why is that?
Because that's when Netflix
I canceled Netflix.
Why?
Because they fucking upped the charge again, and I have not been watching jack shit.
Dude,
on Netflix.
watch The Promised Neverland.
I heard they upped it by like 10 pounds in the UK or something like that.
That's a lot of weight, bro. It's gonna have to go on a diet. No, but like definitely, Devin, watch it. It's only like 10 episodes. I'm telling you.
I'll definitely give it a gander.
And then we can talk about it next week. Maybe we could do like for one of our like content day, we could do like a review, like a season 1 review of it, and like just talk about it and give our thoughts and like
That'd
go
be pretty
in depth.
cool.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do.
It's a pretty quick watch. It honestly, like, you can watch half the season with like the amount of time it would take to watch like a movie.
Yeah, it's only 22 minutes an episode.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it goes.
Is it a
deep.
one-off? Is it like a one-off season?
No.
show, or?
There's only one season right now.
At the
right?
moment,
Okay. But it's
season
going to
2
continue.
Yeah, season 2 just started this past week. On Monday, it just came out, the first episode.
Neato. So it's not like a Netflix original show then. Otherwise, it would be okay.
It's going to Crunchyroll or Funimation, one of the two. Whatever. Yeah, it's on those. But check that out. Brent, what else you do this week besides that?
Well, I played around in the snow. Did you guys get a chance to enjoy the snow at all?
We didn't get snow.
No, we live too close to the hot hell that is Houston.
Dude, we got like 3 or 4 inches in Huntsville. Like, no joke. Like, I
saw pictures.
There's still snow on everybody's roof in Huntsville right now. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like,
I was like a little kid back in school, just wishing for a snow day, but for work this time, and it never came.
That's so sad, man. Like, it was nice in Huntsville. Like okay, first of all, driving home from our little media day the other day took me like 3 hours. And that's because people were like pulling over on the side of the road and just like playing in the snow, like fucking. I'm serious. Like you get to where the traffic was like hung up, and like it was just everybody just pulling off by the statue and just like frolicking and having snowball fights and shit. And like, dude, everywhere in Huntsville, there's like half melted like snowmen just standing there where snow used to
like
be.
Zombies.
There's like monoliths everywhere in Huntsville of just like these like deflated snowmen looking all sad with like their arms falling off and shit. But
that's
like,
kind of cool though.
There's at least like 10 to 20 snowmen still in Huntsville, just like everywhere.
Isn't that weird though? That like Huntsville's 30 minutes away, and we didn't get a single snowflake.
Dude, I met
Not
a guy.
a one. We got some sleet, and a lot of rain that kind of froze over.
I saw a guy at the duck pond yesterday. He said he came all the way down from Houston just to bring his kids down to play in the snow. I don't really blame him. I mean, it was like a winter wonderland.
How much did Huntsville get?
It was like 3 or 4 inches.
At least 3 or 4 inches. I mean, like, yeah. Dude. There's still like a layer on my car, like an inch or 2 thick. Like, it's crazy.
And 30 minutes north of Huntsville, they got like 6 to 7 inches, I think.
Yeah, I saw
they got
that.
A bunch in Madisonville.
I think at College Station or somewhere got it real good.
Yeah,
man.
College Station too.
Yeah, cool stuff.
I'm mad. I'm salty.
I guess people who like don't live in Texas probably wouldn't understand why we're so hyped about some snow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just that we don't get snow.
It's like, well, okay, not only do we not get snow, but we don't get snow that sticks on the ground ever. Like when it does snow, usually it melts as soon as it hits the ground. So to like have like white covering everything and like the roads actually be covered in snow, it was like really cool. Everybody was like really enjoying themselves. It was like a Christmas miracle almost, You know what?
The last time I can remember it snowing like that was 2014.
I think me and Andre played around in the snow in like 2016 or 2017 or something like that. We got like a pretty decent little layer of snow, but it wasn't like
it was like 1 inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't enough. It ain't enough snow. What about you, Devin? What did you do this week?
Oh, brother came out for the weekend, hung out with him and the cousin, and then
that's fun.
Yeah, played a lot of video games. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah,
I've been watching as far as shows. I started Fire Force.
Oh, I haven't heard of that.
What is that?
It's an anime.
Oh, okay.
It's cool. The animation's dope, and the I mainly just watch it for the opening scene song. Or like the
You just watch it for the song.
Dude, no, it goes
It's gotta
hard.
have a banger then.
I can play this opening theme song and y'all will know it even though you haven't seen the show. I guarantee.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
It slaps. But it's a pretty neat little show. And I've had lots of friends recommend it, so
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, Fire Force. It's
I really want to watch the new season of fucking Cobra Kai, but fucking the place where we get all the news for the video game stuff, like basically ruined the whole season for me. Like as you scroll through, it's like, oh, this happened in Cobra Kai. Guess what's happening in season 4 because this happened in Cobra Kai. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Why would you put it in the title?
Can y'all not just like ruin the whole season for me while I'm trying to like get the podcast ready?
I have not watched a single episode of that show. I've been meaning to.
Really good. Really
but
good. Especially
getting rid of Netflix, so I don't want to get attached.
you gotta watch Karate Kid before you watch Cobra Kai.
I've never seen Karate Kid.
Oh, it's great.
That's
Wait.
a lie.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Who the yeah.
I think he was kidding.
Some people have it, man. I mean, like
I feel like the younger you'd go, like
my girlfriend hasn't seen a lot of like older movies that like most people have seen. You know what I mean?
Classics.
Yeah.
Like have you guys watched Back to the Future together?
Yeah, we watched Back to the Future.
Those are fun to watch.
That's like a mandatory one. Like,
yeah, my ex, she hadn't seen Back to the Future. I mean, we sat down and a whole day we watched all 3.
Oh man,
yeah, it's
you gotta watch.
You have to.
I love the Back to the Future movies. I also really like the Telltale Back to the Future game they did.
Oh yeah,
it was almost like a 4th movie. Like it's got its own little storyline that's like really interesting in the Back to the Future world. I don't know.
Does it have McFly?
Yeah, it's got all the characters you know and love. Well, not all of them, but most of them.
Some of them I hate. Anyways, well, let's jump into the video game news, guys.
Oh, yeah, we got some news for you guys this week.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, we are using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the articles as our own. We're just bringing them all here and throwing them in your face. Yeah, so let's start this off with Joe Scrabbles at IGN. He says, MachineGames, the creators of Wolfenstein The New Order and Wolfenstein The New Colossus, and Bethesda are partnering with Lucasfilm Games on a standalone Indiana Jones game.
Oh, my God.
To be executive produced by Bethesda Game Studios director Todd Howard. Bethesda tweeted to say, quote, a new Indiana Jones game with an original story is in development from our studio, MachineGames, and will be executive produced by Todd Howard in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games. Which we'll talk about that in a minute. But it'll be some time before we have more to reveal. But we're very excited to share today's news. An original post from Bethesda on Twitter includes a video that shows the word MachineGames, a Lucasfilm Games logo, and the iconic hat and whip.
Wait, is Indiana Jones George Lucas?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Steven Spielberg for some reason. I'm sorry. That was dumb of me.
I was right there with you.
Yeah.
No, Indiana Jones is Steven's... No, wait. Look that up.
I am.
We need our Jamie on this one.
Wait a minute.
But anyways, I'm sorry.
I know George. It's definitely Steven Spielberg, but George Lucas or Lucasfilm Games were like the old school Indiana Jones.
I just thought they were focusing on.
Oh, it is
Star
George
Wars
Lucas and Steven Spielberg.
I'd never.
What a dream team, dude!
No
wonder Indiana Jones went so hard.
It was such an adventure, dude.
I've always been a huge Indiana Jones fan. I even like the young dude. Fucking, did y'all ever watch the young Indiana Jones videos back in the day?
Yeah, literally called. Wasn't it called Young Indiana Jones?
Young Indiana Jones. Yeah.
I remember those.
Dude,
it was bad.
That's my shit, dude. I like all the. I literally even like the Indiana Jones movie with Shia LaBeouf in it. Like, I like every Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, it was fun. I don't know if I liked it.
I had a fun time watching it, and that's all I can ask.
It was really kind of depressing watching Harrison Ford as a 80-year-old like bumbling dude rolling around on
yeah, so
trucks.
Star Wars. I mean,
yeah, that's true. It's really depressing.
Oh man,
fuck you, time. How dare you take our heroes?
Wasn't he an Anchorman also or something? No, Anchorman 2. I'm sorry.
Was he in Anchorman?
I think he was in Anchorman 2, and he was old. It was funny, though.
Yeah. Devin the Jamie Mayer. Please check that out. But anyways, so let me continue on this. The StarWars.com post explains that the teaser may hold some clues, but does explain that the game will be set at the height of the career of the famed adventurer. Aside from the company's logo, the game will seemingly revolve in part around Vatican City, with a plane ticket to Rome dated for October 1937, and as IGN's Jordan Alleman points out, a map including the Sistine Chapel spread out on the desk. No release date, genre, or platforms have been given at the time of writing, but one thing is clear: MachineGames will have plenty of ideas for how indie can dispatch Nazis. Okay, but
man, this is exciting. The real question I have to ask is, like, what kind of game are we getting ourselves into?
Dude, I guarantee you it's gonna be like Uncharted. It's gonna be like a Tomb Raider type thing.
That's kind of what I mean. It almost has to be,
But I don't see any other good way you could make an adventure game like that.
But check it out.
Oh, and by the way, Harrison Ford was in Anchorman too.
Oh, okay.
Just want to.
So check this. It's MachineGames, Bethesda. So this is an Xbox Game Pass exclusive. I bet. I guarantee you it will be at least timed exclusive to Xbox. The OG Indiana Jones game was an Xbox exclusive. Makes me wonder, is this going to be the same situation?
Yeah, I don't doubt that it's going to be exclusive to Xbox. I'm more worried about like how the game itself will play. You know what I mean? Like, will it feel like the modern Tomb Raider series, or will it be more like open-ended than that because Todd Howard is in charge of it? You know what I mean?
But it's MachineGames, though.
Yeah,
so,
but they said he's heading it up, right?
Like, he's executive producing.
Like, he's not going to sign off on something that's not dope. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, are you saying Wolfenstein wasn't dope? Wolfenstein was fucking awesome.
When did I say Wolfenstein wasn't dope?
No, that's what I was saying. It's going to be developed by the guys who made Wolfenstein, like the most recent one.
Yeah, I'm just saying Todd didn't like write his name on. He didn't produce the Wolfenstein games. He didn't like have a say in it. You know what I mean?
But
he's got his fucking hands up to the wrists in this stuff.
You want to know why? It's because he wants his name next to a LucasFilms like type, like collaboration.
Right.
I doubt he's sitting there like making sure it's a very specific thing. Like
I can almost guarantee you he's got a big say in what not goes in this game. You know what I mean?
I'm sure, but he's also the one that had a big say in fucking Elder Scrolls Blade. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know if I'm like and Fallout 76. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the Todd Howard of yesteryear is no longer that great. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like now it's more like I'm looking at the developers of one of the best like shooters in a long fucking time. New Colossus was fucking dope. And I can't imagine that they would suck. You know what I'm saying? At making this game. But
no, the game's not going to suck, okay? Definitely not going to suck. It's going to be a fun game, I think the question we have to ask ourselves, though, is what kind of game are we getting,
Well,
because it's going to be good, okay?
Yeah.
Like, I think we all kind of just know that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But I also think, like, it could be a good, like, linear game, or it could be a good, like, open world game, or it could be somewhere in between, like, the Tomb Raider games. I really don't know.
I feel like it's going to be pretty linear, like, with, like, kind of like Uncharted 4, where there's, like, open areas, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's going to be somewhat linear because due to the fact that MachineGames' forte is linear. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're good with set pieces.
See, yeah, they are good with set pieces. And that would be a big thing with the Indiana Jones games. You want the rolling boulders and the like traps and stuff.
Yep.
But also, I think it would be kind of cool to have like that, Tomb Raider style game where it's like semi-open but not like completely open, but also like have it in first person.
I was just about to say, what perspective do you think it's going to be?
I was like, I don't think we've ever done a game like that's like mildly open world. Maybe we have. I'm sure we have. But like it's not very common, like that Tomb Raider Uncharted style.
Yeah,
but
say
like
the adventure.
First person.
Yeah, the adventure kind is always in that third person, like over the shoulder
Dude,
view.
Imagine like first person perspective. You like have your hat in your hand and you like put it on your head and you like
and then you clip through the cliff.
Or like imagine the whip in first person. You almost have like a Doom platforming type thing if you're like whipping and swinging. You know what I mean? Like.
It just becomes like a ridiculous, like I just. Okay.
It's not that ridiculous. He swings with his whip in the movies.
He does. I mean, like to be real, he does. He does swing that thing. but my thing about it is like, do you really think that they'd go first person?
Maybe. Like you said, it's MachineGames.
It is MachineGames,
I mean?
but I just the fact that it's Indiana Jones and like it's First off, Lucasfilm Games or whatever, like the new name for Star Wars is, and like all of, that's basically the Star Wars thing now. But like, they're going to have a huge hand in it. Disney is going to be part of this. They're going to be like, we don't want that in our game, or we do want that in our game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like it has to be more of a broad, appealing game. It can't just be like Indiana Jones hardcore Nazi murder simulator.
Well, it doesn't have to be hardcore. It just has to be. I mean, I just think you could be first person without being hardcore.
I mean, with the publisher and the developer being who they are, I would not be surprised at first person at all.
I wouldn't be surprised third person either, or maybe even the ability to switch between the two.
Both.
You know what I mean? Although generally, I feel like if I have the ability to switch, I'm never satisfied. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Red Dead Redemption 2, I ended up just switching the whole game, like back and forth, and I was never happy with one or the other.
Yeah, I feel like you got to put all of your effort into one. You can't just like half-ass two different options.
I'm glad Cyberpunk didn't give me the option except when I'm in the car because like I would have just been switching the whole time,
Yeah, for sure. Well, now there's a mod.
We do have the option.
Yeah.
It is the goofiest shit you ever saw.
It's just constant T-pose. No.
Like his head like moves abnormally and your whole body is like, because your camera stays fixed. It's awful.
Well, it'll definitely be exciting to see what they do with it.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Okay, last week a custom black PS5 model went on sale via the store Super 5, promising a sleek and classic look for PS5, which is currently only available in a white version. The systems went out of stock on the site almost immediately, but following what the site says were threats to its safety, orders are being refunded and the system is no longer being sold at all.
I literally fucking said this the moment somebody posted a thing about it. I was like, unofficial. Somebody in my Discord, like I hang out in this Discord and we play a lot of games. Somebody posted it and was like, "Yo, check out this awesome PS5," and it literally in the title says unofficial PS5, and I was like, bro, that's not gonna happen. I was like, Sony's gonna fucking murder them.
But see, apparently it's not Sony. Like Sony wouldn't send them death threats.
No, I don't think it would be death threats, but I think like them saying that, I think they're hiding the fact that there's probably some legality that they went around. You
think they're pulling a GOG?
Yes.
Like,
oh yeah, gamers said don't do this. Like that's what I think. I could be wrong.
It just seems weird. Like, why would they lie? I guess to make yourself look better. I don't know. They said, here's the quote from them. It says, quote, "Last night, our team began receiving credible threats to their safety," the store said in the statement. "We take these threats seriously, and we aren't willing to risk the safety and well-being of our team or the potential impact this would bring to delivering your order." The store didn't rule out a future sale, but it appears for now that you'll have to wait for Sony or another third-party company to offer custom faceplates if you're looking to swap them out. So yeah, pretty bummer news for those of you who wanted that black, PS5. But what can you do?
Wow.
Make death threats apparently.
Like that's my question. Like where would the death threats be coming from? Who just sees this and they're like, "Dude, I'll fucking kill you, bro." Like, how dare you make an awesome,
why would they be so mad?
It just doesn't make sense. That's where I'm like, bro, that literally makes zero sense. Like, and how would there be multiple people making these threats? How are you going to offend multiple people by making an awesome product that like literally everybody loves PlayStation?
Yeah.
Everybody loves old school PlayStation.
Even if you don't love PlayStation, you can still see the appeal for like a different colored PlayStation. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
What do you mean by that statement, Brent?
Yeah, it's like,
I'm just saying, like, if it was Xbox, I think we could all agree that like a blue Xbox would be tight or something like different. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe there's just a bunch of crazy racist people out there, and they're just like, no.
They're like, it's black. That's okay. We've gotten to the bottom of it. It's the racist.
The end all be all.
So Matt Kim at IGN says Sony's CES 2021 press conference was a touch light on games, but a new sizzle reel did contain updated release windows for some highly anticipated PS5 games, including Pragmata, which is now slated for 2023. Pragmata is Capcom's new game.
Forever.
Yeah, that's like
might as well just not even fucking tell us about it.
Or just don't even put it out.
No, but remind me again in like 2 years. Like,
yeah, Pragmata is Capcom's new game that was announced during Sony's PS5 Future of Gaming presentation in 2020. The trailer ended with a tag that slated Pragmata for a 2022 release window. However, the latest CES sizzle has bumped the date up into 2023. The sizzle has also confirmed some releases for other upcoming third-party PS5 games, including Kena, Bridge of Spirits in March 2021, Ghostwire Tokyo in October 2021, Little Devil Inside in July 2021, and Project Athea in January 2022. Athea is Square Enix's new game, which was announced without a release window. Square Enix is also working on Final Fantasy XVI, which also doesn't have a confirmed release window.
I just want to say, if you're a developer and you put a fucking trailer out like 2 years before it's supposed to come, before your game is actually supposed to come out, just don't, okay? Mm-hmm. How about just don't do that? You know what I mean? Like, just wait to put the trailer out. Like, because first of all, nobody's going to give a shit by the time, unless you're like Cyberpunk and you like somehow like fucking touch the masses, like...
And then you still fuck it up because you're fucking Cyberpunk.
Nobody's going to give a fuck 2 years from now. You know, like, you should just wait, hold that close until you actually have something to show. And then, like, I don't know, man. Like, you're putting yourself in a position where you got this deadline that you've created for yourself now at this point for this game that nobody's going to care about anymore by the time it comes out. It's like, just wait until you're ready or almost ready, you know?
That's what I like about Rockstar. You know, like, I feel like they don't talk shit. They just appear when their game is coming out.
Yeah.
They're just like, yo, it's been 20 years. Y'all ready for a new Grand Theft Auto? And then they just throw it, and, like, people have it. You know
okay.
Rockstar's always been the best at keeping their projects under wraps.
Totally.
Too. I would say they have the least amount of leaks and stuff.
As much as, like, I fucking, you know, okay, Bethesda has fallen from grace a little bit lately, but they are good about, like, except for Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6, they're good about,
they were good.
They were good about announcing their games and then releasing them.
Like Fallout 4?
Fallout 4, like, was announced and then came out, like, within a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was, like, the dopest surprise ever. And it got the hype up and, like, it sold really well. I don't know, man. And they released 76 pretty, like, quickly too, you know, even like after they announced it, even though it didn't go too well, I mean, they still got it out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. The point is, very few, publishers take their time and, you know, are honest about release windows and stuff. And the ones that are tend to be pretty popular. You know what I'm saying? So learn from the best. You know,
I have noticed a lot more. They'll release a little bit of content about their game or like a trailer or something, and then just do no launch window at all for years. That's becoming the norm.
Yeah, I hate that.
So Brent, what you got?
Okay, let's see. Lucasfilm. Oh, did we already talk about the Lucasfilm thing?
No, we didn't specifically talk about it.
Okay, Lucasfilm has announced a change for its gaming projects. Going forward, the company's video game ambitions will live under the Lucasfilm Games umbrella. Disney announced on the Star Wars website. This will be the catch-all name that is the official identity of all gaming titles from Lucasfilm. A name that encompasses the company's rich catalog of video games and its eye towards the future. You will see the rebranding on Twitter and Facebook, and on those places you can expect to see breaking news and more directly to fans. What? Oh, and more directly to fans. They need a comma. There's a new logo as well.
Yeah, so it's just a throwback to Lucasfilm Games from before.
Yeah,
I was just about to say, there was a studio before.
They're basically just bringing it back, you know?
Yeah, which I'm down with because it feels nostalgic. The only problem is now that Disney owns it, and we're gonna be getting shit like High Republic. Nobody wants High Republic. We want the Old Republic. Fuck your High Republic.
Hey, as long as we keep getting stuff that's like the quality of like Jedi Fallen Order and stuff like that, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Is High Republic supposed to be like KOTOR?
High Republic is just like their new era in Star Wars.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
The Old Republic is an era.
Wait, is High Republic like future or past, or when is
like
this
far past, right?
It's supposed to be
the golden era of like the Jedi.
Yeah, it's like it's after the Old Republic, but like before the shit in the movies.
Okay, I'm down with that.
You won't be. Trust me. Go watch the teaser for it. It looks like they're literally like, it's a time where Jedi are flourishing and there's not really any problems at all. And I'm like,
well, what the
fuck is the point? Like, everyone gets along.
Star piece.
They're like, but in the dark, there might be some issues, I guess.
Surely something bad.
Somebody might get a scratch from a lightsaber.
Yeah, apparently Yoda's there. Like he's a little bit younger, but not too much younger.
It can't be that peaceful because if we're talking a time after the Old Republic but before the new stuff, then we have a thriving like Sith empire, right? Or world.
No.
Like there's Sith though.
No, because the Sith come up in the Star Wars movies thanks to Palpatine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they existed.
I thought the Sith had always existed.
Yeah,
they always existed, but they weren't thriving. They didn't have the Sith
They had like
empire.
academies and stuff where they like trained like Sith.
That's back in the Old Republic. That's like
So what happened between the Old Republic and this? Like
they were basically crushed. Like Darth Bane was like around during that. It's hard to get into. All that shit's fake now anyways. None of it's even real anymore. Remember, it all became lore. We'll have to get into that at some point. That's another content thing we should do, is just like get into the High Republic, or like get into all the new Star Wars stuff and just like break it down and see where it's going. I feel like that'd be fun. Because it might make me more positive on it if we break it down and see what the truth is about it. You know what I'm saying?
The shit that could actually go down.
Yeah.
I feel like leaps and bounds more than I know about the Star Wars universe.
I have too much time on my hands. But anyway, so Spanish Twitch. Wait, it's me, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Spanish Twitch streamer David the Grefg Martinez. It's literally Grefg. So Grefka? I don't know how to say it. Maybe it's Grevj.
Sounds right.
But Martinez just broke the Twitch record for concurrent viewers on an individual channel, with 2.4 million watching him reveal his skin collaboration with Fortnite.
Good God.
Martinez's stream, which topped off at over 2 million viewers, handily beat the previous record for concurrent viewers on an individual stream, which was set by Tyler Ninja Blevins in 2018 with 635,000 viewers.
Wow.
So Martinez was streaming to reveal his collaboration with the Icon series in Fortnite, a line of character skins based on top Fortnite content creators. So basically, you get the point. He completely smashed the last record, by 1.5 million. So, but it's pretty crazy, dude. That's a lot.
That's a lot, yeah.
I didn't even know that many people still cared about Fortnite.
Yeah, much less just streaming.
Yeah, it's just a specific streamer in
shit.
Mexico.
You're lucky if your TV show gets that many people watching it.
That's all.
In Spain, nonetheless.
Oh, was it Spain? My bad.
Even so, it's just as impressive. That's
but
crazy.
But it really shows you that, one statement in there that they made was talking about, or you might have read it, was talking about how it's Twitch and streaming and everything is becoming a worldwide presence.
Oh, yeah.
It's
that
insane.
just proves it right there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's Fortnite. Anyways, what you got?
Activision has now formally announced that Black Ops Cold War's Zombies mode will be free for everyone from January 14th to the 21st. This is notable because it's the first time Activision has ever made the zombie, blah, blah, blah. You get it. Pick it up 14th. Get it for free. Try it out.
Nice. So Joseph Noop at IGN says Mass Effect Legendary Edition, the remaster collection of the original BioWare RPG trilogy, releases on March 12th, 2021. According to a report by Eurogamer, the release date leak comes courtesy of Singapore retailer Shopee and Indonesia company GS Shop, both of which have posted the March 12th date, which was spotted by Twitter user Idle Sloth. Eurogamer states that their sources believe the date to be accurate. Electronic Arts has yet to confirm any official release date for Mass Effect Legendary Edition, but you get it. So it's only like 2 months away. It's pretty interesting.
It's pretty cool. I can't justify buying the Mass Effect games again though, because
But I think you will this time, dude.
You think they'll be that good looking? You know what I mean?
Check it out. It says the collection will include all single-player base content and DLC from the first 3 games with forward compatibility and targeted enhancements on Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. It will also include all promo weapons, armors, and packs, all in a package that's remastered and optimized for 4K Ultra HD, along with improved frame rates. You're going to have to.
I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
I think I might end up buying this when I get my new console eventually. Like when I finally get a PS5 or an Xbox, this will be the one I get. That way I'll be entertained for a while until I can afford like a $70 fucking game.
True.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm excited about Mass Effect 4 though, man. Like I know this is all just a big setup for Mass Effect 4 or whatever, I don't know, man.
Yeah. It's definitely coming. I mean, they showed the teaser thing for it. But, I think that's years away, though.
Yeah.
Probably.
As long as it's good, I don't care how long it takes. Although I feel like it's kind of weird that they would do the remaster without having 4, like, in the wings waiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Wait, no, I mean, they already announced 4.
Well, I know, but you said it would be years away.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Like, I think it's probably 2023. I guarantee you. You want to bet?
Ooh, no, I don't want to bet, but...
Let's make a pizza bet.
Okay, pizza bet. I think we'll get Mass Effect 4 2022, like Q2.
Okay, I'm going to say Q1 23.
Okay.
And I want tacos. You get pizza, I get tacos.
Well, I want tacos.
Okay, fine. We'll do a taco bet.
All right, what kind of bet is it? I will mark it down in the records.
Okay.
It's tacos.
Taco bet.
I got 23. He's got 22. All right,
okay.
Let's go.
All right. So this is just wait till the end here because it's not what the actual article is about that's actually interesting to me. The latest weekly sales chart for the PC store Steam have come available, and Polish developer CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077 has fallen off the top spot for the first time since it came out. The embattled RPG has sold 13 million copies across all platforms, had been #1 top seller on Steam by revenue since its release in December. Cyberpunk 2077 lost the top sales spot to Face Punch's survival game Rust, which is seeing a significant resurgence. Face Punch recently said that the studio made more than $1 million in daily revenue twice in the past week. The Valve Index VR kit was #2 on the Steam sales chart for the week ending in January 11th, with Cyberpunk 2077, Sea of Thieves, and Phasmophobia rounding out the top 5 in that order. But what's interesting about this article to me is that Valve Index VR kit was #2 on the Steam sales chart for last week. Like, that's really impressive to me, like, considering how expensive the Valve Index is. You know what I mean? And, like, how there's not... Christmas
the
is
VR
over.
Kit?
Well, it's like the $1,000 kit with the headset and the 2 tracking stations and then the dope Knuckles controllers. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
So, I mean, I guess, like, you'd have to sell less of them to equal the amount of revenue you would for other games.
Yeah.
But still, like just to even chart, like, that's crazy.
If it's $1,000, think about that, though. I mean, like, so, second to the Rust game?
Yeah.
What is Rust?
Which allegedly made over $1 million multiple times, like, last week.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So, I mean...
Why is everybody going back to Rust? Have you heard? I've seen a lot of videos come up here recently.
I think some streamers have been streaming it or something.
It's probably the case. And apparently a lot of the OG Rust players don't like it because they literally, like, reset everything, like, each month or something. Like, they, like, completely, like, change the season every month, which is, like, pretty annoying, I would assume. But anyways... Microsoft has revealed a new Pulse Red Xbox wireless controller colorway. The striking peripheral was revealed on the Xbox blog and is set to launch on February 9th in most Xbox markets, but will launch in China tomorrow. Fuck you, China. On January 12th, Microsoft has said that purchase of the controller will include a 14-day trial of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate in select markets. The Pulse Red controller will cost $64.99 and features all of the same controller innovations introduced with the launch of Xbox Next-Gen consoles, such as USB-C port and a dedicated share button. The cool thing that I noticed about it is all the buttons are red as well. Like, it's not like yellow, green, blue and whatnot. It's like all the letters are red, but there's like a little A, B, X, Y code, like color-coded thing like in the middle of the buttons.
Oh, that's pretty
just
neat.
in case you need it for the thing. But I wanted to mention, like, while we're on the controller, that basically, where is it? Hold on, this is important because it has a lot to do with controllers and for Xbox. But a survey. So there was a survey sent to owners of next-gen Xbox consoles in querying whether users would appreciate the features of the PS5's DualSense in their Series X or S controllers. As reported by TechRadar, the Console Experience Survey asks owners whether they think the Xbox Series X feels next-gen, and later asks whether they feel like they are missing out in the peripherals department. Quote, I am aware of features on PlayStation controllers that I wish were on the controller that came with this console, the question reads. This is, of course, referring to the PS5's DualSense, which offers adaptive triggers for simulating resistance and provides precise haptic feedback with the goal of increasing immersion in games. By you get the point. So I think Xbox is eyeing the idea of adding haptic feedback and shit to the future Series X controllers.
It'd be way cool if they did.
Yeah,
cool, but I mean, they'd be fine if they didn't too. I feel like it's not that big.
Still, though, like, I mean, imagine if you added it just to the like elite controllers. Okay.
Well, no. Okay, check it. Remember how we had this discussion about how the haptic feedback would barely get used, which at this point, I would say we can't know yet because there's only like 2 games and they're all launch titles, you know. So talking about
almost every game is utilizing it right now.
What every game?
Like on PS5, like Assassin's Creed, fucking like every game on the PS5 right now, just about.
Yeah, all the launch games, like all the games that came out right around launch. So I'm talking about further into the thing, we talked about this. We said a year in,
right.
So not right at the start. But what I was saying is we had this discussion. If Xbox does it as well, then it will give developers more of a reason to add that haptic feedback because then 2 consoles have that. You know, it's not just, we're just doing this for the PlayStation. We're doing it for anybody who gets this game will be able to use it.
I mean,
besides Switch,
I kind of agree, but even if Xbox doesn't do this, third-party developers will support the haptic feedback and the triggers. I
still disagree.
You're wrong, but that's
disagree.
okay.
We'll see. We're not a year into this. What do you think, Devin? Do you think that's going to last?
Man, I haven't seen a whole lot on it as of late. I have seen a couple games with it implemented, but I don't see if Xbox. Like, I'm kind of in line with Jamal. If Xbox doesn't do it, I don't see it taking off. I don't know, man. I can see it staying like with the PlayStation, obviously the PlayStation exclusives and whatnot, but I could see it dwindle with third party.
I mean, people use the fucking PS4's microphone for almost its whole lifespan. You know what I mean? I don't see why this would be any different. Or like the lights on the PS4 controller. You know what I mean?
I don't know. We'll see. Let's give it a year. Let's give it a year go and see what happens. But anyways, Brent, what you got?
Okay. In a move that that is seen as the biggest removal ever in a single day, Apple has deleted some 39,000 mobile games from its Chinese App Store, according to Reuters. The mass...
Reuters?
I don't know, man.
No, I know, but
it's spelled Reuters, so
yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen that word before.
It's just funny because I hear it all the time. And then like I hear you say Ryut. I'm not making fun of you because
I don't know who the fuck these people are.
I don't know. I think he is making fun of you, Brent.
I'm not. I swear.
You're definitely making fun of me.
No, it's just
him was just trying to do a read, and Jamal got a judge.
Excuse me, guys. Can I just finish the article, please?
Speak English, Brent. No, I'm just kidding. No, what do you got? It's a joke. It's a joke.
The mass removal comes as Apple initiated a year-end crackdown on unlicensed games by Chinese authorities.
Uh-oh.
As a result, including the 39,000 pulled games, the company took down a total of 46,000 apps from the Chinese iOS App Store on New Year's Eve. As cited by Reuters, the research firm Queemy, I don't even know how to fucking say that.
I don't know what that one
don't
is.
fucking tear my fucking head off about it.
Hold on. I'm going to have to judge you.
QIMAI.
Wow, Brent. It's
Queemy.
Obviously Queemy. No, just kidding.
Said only 74 of the top 1,500 paid games made it through the purge. publishers had until December 31st, extended from the end of July initially, to submit a government-issued license number allowing the use of in-app purchase. Basically, China's corrupt, and they made most of the games go bye-bye.
There
on
was
the
just
App
too
Store.
many Winnie the Poohs.
Yeah.
Like,
well, really, it was too much revenue. These apps were making too much money and not giving any of it to the Chinese government, so they fucking basically deleted everything. There's only they said 74 out of the top 1,500 games made it through the purge, so that's fucked up.
Hey, but China's still cool though, yeah.
No, imagine if we did that. Imagine if our government was like, "Wow, this game is making too much money, and we're not getting any of that," and then we just shut off all these games. Like, the world would be like, "What the."
This is the future we're going to, you know what I mean?
Dude.
Those poor little Chinese bastards that dropped like $100 into a game and then for it to just get deleted.
Oh, I'd be so mad.
Dude, I'd be pissed too. I'd be like, "What? Give me my money back." But anyways, Joe Screbbles at IGN. I got a lot of stuff from IGN today. Like, normally I go through GameSpot and some other places, but IGN just was popping today with all the news. IGN, it says, Cyberpunk 2077's ongoing development and CD Projekt Red's approach to refunds are being investigated and monitored by Poland's Consumer Protection Agency, which has the power to fine the company up to 10% of its yearly income. Zynik Gazeta Prana reports that UOKiK, Poland's Office of Competition and Consumer Protection, is looking into, quote, confusion, end quote, around the game's launch and has asked CD Projekt Red for an explanation into what occurred. A UOKiK spokesperson explained, quote, "We are asking the company for explanation regarding problems with the game and actions taken by them. We will check how the developer is working on patches or solving issues preventing playing on various consoles, but also what steps the company is planning to take regarding people who requested refunds and are not happy with their purchase because they can't play the game on owned hardware, despite assurances by the producer." UOKiK will await CD Projekt's explanation and then decide on next steps. Those next steps could be significant. UOKiK could choose to fine the company up to 10% of its income for the last financial year. Per the report, they could alternatively ask the developer to issue digital bonuses to those who bought the game for last-gen consoles. How the latter could be organized or how that would affect players outside of Poland is yet to be seen. Perhaps the most worryingly for CD Projekt Red, the report adds that the refund policy organized in the aftermath of launch could still be deemed unsatisfactory, leading to those measures. IGN contacted CD Projekt Red about the report, which refused to comment. So everybody's just trying to stab CD Projekt Red to death. Even the government, like their own government, was like, "Hey, y'all gonna give us 10% of y'all's money?"
You'd think the Polish government would have something better to do, like, you know?
Apparently, because CD Projekt Red was so dope with The Witcher, I think the government helped fund CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk game. So they want their money too. This is what I'm guess is what I'm getting from this, is that they were like, "Hey, we'll give you a little bit of this money if you keep making us look good." And then they didn't make them look very good. So now they want their money back, you know?
Jeez, everybody's taking a stab at them.
I don't know, man. I kind of feel bad for CD Projekt Red a little bit, you know? I mean, I get it, you know? Like,
if they wouldn't have lied,
fuck them kids.
If they wouldn't have lied, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
If they would have just been straightforward with it and been like, "Yo, the PS4 and Xbox One version of this game is gonna suck ass, guys." I
totally get it, but it's like at the same time, it's like, damn.
And
I
hit
do feel a little bad for them, you know?
I know. The game's good. The game's great, actually. It's a great game if you can play it. You know, and the problem is that they should not have hid this. Like, if they wouldn't have hid this, they wouldn't have made all their money back. You know, but they also wouldn't have been fined by the government, possibly, and sued by all of their investors. So,
they should have either not released last gen or just waited until they had like a somewhat working, like a better working version of the port. You know what I mean? Like,
if they would have just been real, and they shouldn't have been like, "Oh, we're going gold," oh my God.
Okay, the going gold thing was dumb as hell,
and then delayed. Sure. Like, how can you delay when in a game.
That's like the whole point of going gold.
Yeah,
like,
it literally means the game is done and being like literally printed. So does that mean like some people got like the fucked up printed version of the game? Like, like some people got the like, unfixed version of the game before it got delayed again. I don't know how that works, but that's weird. Anyways, Brent, give me some news.
Okay. Developer Tecmo is filing charges against an unnamed suspect for allegedly selling an unlicensed DVD with nude Dead or Alive characters modded onto it.
Hold up. Wait, what is it now? Give me this again.
Tecmo is filing charges against an unnamed suspect for allegedly selling an unlicensed DVD with nude Dead or Alive characters modded onto it. Silicornia reports.
How do you get this DVD?
I don't know.
Asking for a friend.
Tecmo has taken the complaint to the Kanagawa police. The studio said that the suspect allegedly copied footage of an illicitly modded version of Dead or Alive Extreme Venus Vacation onto a DVD and sold it on an auction online.
Someone should make the National Lampoon's Venus Vacation.
Just sounds provocative.
Oh, but yeah. So basically, they're going to court. This isn't Tecmo's first case about nude Dead or Alive characters and mods.
Well, maybe they shouldn't make them look like that then.
That's what I'm saying. How you going to have these jiggly boobs, and just not expect modders to go crazy? You know what I mean?
The game, the characters in game are basically like 2 pixels away from being a nude game. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's so much making the mods as it is selling the mods as hentai.
That's true. Yeah, don't sell it. Just give it away.
Make your perverted mods. Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, put it on Pornhub for free. Apparently
and send Jamal the link.
I just want to know who's still out here like paying attention to what's going on in Dead or Alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, do people even remember these characters?
I guess somebody bought the DVD
I
from this guy.
I want to know who bought it.
Did he make like $12, or
right?
is it like a lot of people buying this
hot DVD Dead or Alive characters? And what do you even who was searching for that on eBay?
That's what I'm saying. Apparently the company that makes it, Tecmo, hot Dead or Alive babes in your area.
How did they catch it? Because
you won't last 5 minutes playing this game.
Oh man. Anyways,
shit.
Adam Bankhurst at IGN says Konstantin Leotard has created a way for Twitter to play Pokemon Red through his profile picture.
Cool.
Much like how Twitch plays Pokemon, let the world comment and control a game of Pokemon. Leotard's pinned tweet asks for people to comment either up, down, left, right, A, B, start, or select to control an emulated game of Pokemon Red. Comments are pulled every 15 seconds, according to Leotard, and the most commented input is sent to the game. The current game state is then automatically made into Leotard's 400 by 400 Twitter profile picture. As of this writing, Leotard's level 6 Sparrow is battling a level 11 Oddish. Unfortunately, Sparrow is currently losing, so hopefully Twitter can find a way to work together to save the bird Pokemon. Oh, and in case you were curious, Twitter did somehow pick Squirtle as the starting Pokemon. Leotard has restarted the game a few times to add more features as it rises in popularity, and Leotard logs on manually to the game each night to save and ensure progress isn't lost. There is also an official Discord server that allows those interested to chat about the progress in the particular game of Pokemon Red. There have been over 30,000 comments so far, and it will be very interesting to see how many it takes to triumph over the Elite Four. So I went and checked this out. It's pretty interesting. So it's like the little circle avatar where your picture would go. So it's really tiny. You don't get to see much of what's going on. I mean, you see Red moving. But the thing about it is you have to refresh constantly to see it moving. It's not like you see a constant movement in the game.
Oh, that's such a hassle.
It is really a hassle. It's really upsetting, but it's cool.
If they can beat Pokemon on Twitch, then they can definitely beat Pokemon on this guy's avatar profile.
Okay, didn't somebody let a goldfish play Pokemon?
Yeah, and they beat the game. Yeah, or something like that.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So like
they're the same, basically the same thing, but with a goldfish instead of comments.
So like the way
That's pretty crazy.
He had like a screen somehow like impressed over like where the goldfish is swimming, and like if the goldfish swam over to A, he would input A or whatever, and if the goldfish swam over to the other number, he would input whatever the goldfish swam to.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like that whole thing about like if you leave a monkey in infinite amount of time, it'll eventually write like a novel or some shit.
I'm pretty
I
sure
don't know
they
what
did
that
Twitch plays. I think they did Twitch plays Dark Souls too, which has got to be a little harder than fucking Pokemon. You know what I mean?
Which I think they finished that too.
Yeah.
I've seen a dude beat Dark Souls with a Guitar Hero controller.
I can't even beat the first boss.
Dude, yeah. I can't even beat the
so
guy
bad at
before the first boss that you like come across that's just standing there. Like he's not even a boss. He's just like a fucking tougher guy than the rest of the guys in the beginning of the game. You know?
Yeah. See, my thing is like I'll be impressed when someone beats Dark Souls with their mind. just telepathically.
On a TI-84.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Run by potatoes. Okay. You'll have 2 fewer options to watch Netflix starting later this year. The company has announced plans to stop supporting the Nintendo Wii U and 3DS starting on June 30th, 2021.
Fuck.
Who the hell is watching Netflix on the?
That's
on
the
a
only
3DS?
place I watch my Netflix
Dude,
is
probably-
on 3DS and Wii U,
There's
dude.
probably some guy who's just got his Wii U sitting there as like a Netflix machine, you know, like exclusively playing Netflix.
He was
you know
watching
what I mean?
his favorite show and then it just cut out.
They
mid
just
show.
cut it off, dude.
The one
one
of
guy.
10,000 people that bought the Wii U.
What resolution could you get out of the 3DS?
Probably
None.
bad.
Yeah,
but
it's like-
also better than nothing.
240,
You know?
240p. Like,
Yeah, it's definitely like around the 244.
on,
what is it? 480? No, 440.
480 is pretty
Or is it
generous
440?
from I don't know.
Yeah, look this up.
I think it depends if you got the new 3DS or just the 3DS. You know what I mean?
It's 800 by 240
240.
pixels. Holy shit.
Look up the new 3DS resolution. Type in new before the 3DS.
Yeah, but-
yeah, I was gonna put old.
No, I mean
No.
if you it's called.
Yeah, it's literally called the new.
No,
3DS.
yeah, I was gonna put. Yeah, just being a
Oh,
It's
wow.
still 240.
Still too.
Oh wow, okay.
It's good to know.
There you go.
Anyway, so Adam Bankhurst at IGN says Sony has retired the Killzone franchise website, but it has promised that this change will not affect any online multiplayer modes. As reported by VGC, visitors to Killzone.com are now greeted with a message by developer Guerrilla Games that begins by saying, quote, "The official website for the Killzone franchise has retired. Going forward, visitors to Killzone.com will be directed to PlayStation.com," end quote. The message also mentions that while the change does not impact online multiplayer modes of Killzone games, players' statistics or ranking data for Killzone Mercenary and Killzone Shadowfall, it is now no longer possible to create or manage clans in Killzone Shadowfall. Guerrilla ends by thanking Killzone.com's many fans and visitors throughout the years for their enthusiasm and support. While this doesn't necessarily mean that Killzone franchise is gone forever, it has been over 7 years since Killzone Shadowfall was released as the launch title for PlayStation 4, and Guerrilla has since moved on to Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West. And I personally would like to say that it seems that, Killzone is no longer in the running to beat Halo. So fuck you, Killzone.
What?
I don't think it's been in the running for a long time.
It was originally made as like they were. I think it like they
PlayStation's version.
Well, no, I think their code name for the game was like Halo Killer or something like that. Yeah, did not do so hot. But I would say Horizon Zero Dawn is probably beating out Halo nowadays.
Yeah, these days for sure.
Who
Horizon
the
goes
fuck
hard.
is still playing Killzone 7 years later?
I mean,
I don't
like,
think
So
anybody.
they're gonna keep up online support. for
dude,
it?
there were still people playing Halo 3 on like the 360 until like last week. Like it was literally like they shut down the servers for it like last week.
But I can't find a game in Marvel's Avengers to save my life.
It's sad, bro. Sad.
Oh. Okay. The AR game Minecraft Earth will be shutting down this summer. Mojang has
I didn't even know that game came out.
I know. I saw the preview for it. I think it came out for like a week, and then like COVID hit, and they were like, never mind. But on June 30th, they're going to shut it down. So, sorry, guys. June 30th is looking like a bad day for just getting shit shut down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was very unfortunate for the 5 people that probably played that game. But so Joe Scrubbles at IGN says, amid new speculation caused by comments from a Duracell spokesperson, IGN understands that there is no deal forcing Xbox to use AA batteries in its controllers. Speaking to Stealth Optional, Duracell UK marketing manager Luke Anderson sparked speculation by saying, quote, there's always been this partnership with Duracell and Xbox. It's a constant agreement that Duracell and Microsoft have in place. The deal is for OEM to supply the battery product for the Xbox consoles and also the controller's battery. So that deal is going to go on for a while. It's been going on for a while, and I think it needs to go for a while more. Many took this to mean that the deal mentioned... what is that? Oh, okay. That the deal mentioned was the sole reason that Xbox uses AA batteries in its controllers, and some speculated that it could change that fact once the deal finishes. However, sources tell IGN that this is inaccurate. Duracell batteries are included with Xbox controllers, and Xbox has indeed been a part of Duracell OEM, a partnership program run by the battery manufacturer, but that appears to be a byproduct of Microsoft's decision to use AA batteries rather than the cause of it. Contacted for comment, a Microsoft spokesperson said, we intentionally offer consumers choice in the battery solutions for our standard Xbox wireless controllers. This includes the use of AA batteries from any brand, the Xbox rechargeable battery charging solutions from our partners, or a USB-C cable, which can power the controller when plugged into the console or PC, which is what I do. That message echoes the words of, basically, people were like, oh, so you guys are getting fucked over by AA batteries. And it's like, no, I mean, like, that's not the case.
You know, actually, props to Xbox because for shipping with Duracell batteries instead of some, like, shitty, like, dollar store batteries. You know what I mean? Because,
every other.
Yeah, because, like, when I got my Oculus Quest back in the day, well, not back in the day, last year or whatever, like, the big thing was people posting, like, oh, I got these shitty batteries in my controller, and it, like, the battery exploded and fucked up my controller. Like,
holy shit.
Everybody was like, don't use the batteries they send with the Oculus headset because they'll fuck up your controller. Like they were like, half the people were like, I lost a controller before I switched my batteries, blah, 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 blah. So I didn't even use the controllers or the batteries that came with my controller. I just swapped in some Duracell straight away. I was like...
I have a confession.
What's that?
I have an Energizer in my Xbox controller.
Wow, dude, I'm actually gonna have to kill
Unacceptable,
you.
dude.
No,
FBI has joined the chat.
Yeah, no, I just keep that thing plugged in, dog. I have like a USB-C cable that's pretty long, and I just always have it plugged in.
Yeah, I prefer the plug anyway. I feel like I have like a tiny bit less latency or something. You know what I mean?
Exactly, less latency. It's not gonna die on you like mid-game. You know, batteries are for the past, dude. I'm ready to be infinitely energized.
Yeah, dude.
You know, but anyways, Brent, what you got?
That's it. That's all I got for the news.
Okay, I got this last little bit here. 2 things. First off, I just want to say this isn't really... I don't need to read this whole thing, but apparently back whenever Xbox was first becoming Xbox, they went to Nintendo, like physically went to Nintendo and was like, yo... you want us to buy you guys? Like, we'll buy you, you know, and we'll make the console and you guys make the games or whatever, you know, some of the games. And apparently Nintendo just laughed them out of the office. Like, literally, Kevin Bacchus, who was the director of third-party relations, said that they just laughed their asses off. Like, imagine an hour of somebody just laughing at you. That was kind of how that meeting went. It seems the teams met more than once, one McBreen adding, we actually had Nintendo in our building in January 2000 to work through the details of a joint venture where we gave them all the technical specs of the Xbox. The pitch was their hardware stunk, and compared to Sony PlayStation, it did. So the idea was, listen, you're much better at the game portions of it with Mario and all that stuff. Why don't you let us take care of the hardware? but it didn't work out. McBrain also discusses that a potential Square takeover went as far as Microsoft providing a letter of intent to buy the company. The next day, he continues, we're sitting in their boardroom, and they said, our banker would like to make a statement. And basically, the banker said, Square cannot go through with this deal because the price is too low. We packed up, we went home, and that was the end of Square. Damn.
I mean, it's kind of funny that they've been trying to make acquisitions since, like, the dawn of time, and now they're finally just buying everybody, you know what I mean?
And, like, people are pissed about that shit. Anyways, this is the other bit of news here. Jordan Alleman at IGN says, Tenchu Stealth Assassins creator and president of Acquire, Takuma Endo, has said that he would like to create a new Tenchu game for the PS5, but nothing is formally in the works right now.
Wasn't Tenchu from Software?
Yes, but this is the guy who created it. You know?
Okay.
So, in an interview with Weekly Famitsu, Takuma Endo said he would like to create a quote, create a new Tenchu from the ground up for the PS5 generation if the possibility arises, end quote, but also acknowledges that it's currently difficult. The difficulty likely stems from the fact that the Tenchu IP is currently owned by From Software, who released Sekiro Shadows Die Twice in 2019. In the early stages, Sekiro was being developed as a Tenchu successor, but From Software eventually decided to take the development in a different direction. They were like, wow, let's make a Tenchu game. And they're like, or we could just keep doing what we do. But basically, it's not clear if the developer has any plans for the Tenchu franchise at this point, but back in August of last year, Acquire registered a trademark for, quote, stealth assassins, end quote, in Japan, which set the rumor mill off that a remake or spiritual successor was in the works. In the same interview with Famitsu, Endo mentions that this was merely a formality as the trademark had expired. Basically, but they put an update. Endo actually said he'd like to create a stealth ninja game for PS5, indicating something more like a successor to the original Tenchu games rather than a definitive new entry in the series.
Well, I think they're right in the sense that you can't, like, From Software can't put out another ninja game right now that's not Sekiro 2. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't make sense financially to have two ninja games that are similar like that. You know what I mean?
Endo's his own company. Like, he has his own publisher.
Well, I know, but, like, they have the rights to it, right?
Yeah.
So he can't do anything with the IP.
No.
You know what I mean?
Even though he was the creator of it. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. But my thought is, like, you know, I still want to do something with this guy. You know what I mean? So maybe get him involved in the development of Sekiro 2. Because Sekiro 2...
fuck that. We get Tenchu or nothing.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. Sekiro 2 is like the best fucking game ever. First of all, or Sekiro 1 was the best fucking game ever.
Tenchu was the shit back in the day.
Back in the day, you know what I mean?
Tenchu Z.
But also, you think about games like that, you know? We think about Tenchu, we think about Sekiro. One other game comes to mind.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ninja Gaiden.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? What? And if we're going to revamp Ninja Gaiden, I feel like
Ninja Gaiden was like the OG, like, From Software
game, Exactly. I feel like it would be perfect to throw him at the helm of that and let him just take over. Ninja Stealth. Well, I guess it's not stealthy. You can make it stealthy, though.
Yeah, but then he'd have to make it for Xbox, right? Because
why not?
He was saying he wants to make
PS5?
it for PlayStation. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's in Japan, you know, so like he's gonna want to go for Sony.
Yeah, I guess so.
But
I mean, but
it would be
at
cool
the end
if
of the day,
Microsoft popped up and they were like, "We have Hayabusa and he's waiting." Yeah, but like,
I want this Tenchu game so bad. I've been waiting.
That would be tight. Though, what would a modern, ninja stealth game look like other than just Ghost of Tsushima? You know, like
or
Sekiro. I feel like it's already there. You know, it's already a game that exists. You don't have to wait for him.
I'd have to play Tsushima to give an accurate opinion on that.
Yeah,
but I feel like
I just mean based on what I've seen of it. I don't really know, but it looks similar to Tenchu. You can like climb buildings and run around, be stealthy, stab people. It's all the same.
Can you kill someone through a door though?
Yeah, actually, you definitely can.
Oh. Well, then there you go. It's Tenchu. No,
God damn it.
Let me see. I think
I haven't played it, but I've seen videos of that exact scenario where somebody's getting killed through a paper door. That's like the only thing I know about that game. Is that he kills people through paper doors.
That's the problem, man. You can't have paper doors if you want to stay safe.
No.
I mean, what's the point? You know, like, have you ever seen paper? You can rip right through that shit. You don't even need a sword. Like, the dude could just walk through your door.
Yeah, you got a sword, forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. No, but, so anyways, that's it for this week's gaming news. We're going to jump on over to this week's releases, where I'm going to let you guys know which brand new 3 games you can get in the next 7 days, starting with The Pillar. Puzzle Escape, coming to Switch, Xbox One, PS4, January 13th for $9.99. So Pillar Puzzle Escape. Solve the mysteries of an enigmatic island and escape back to reality. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I think it's that second one. Up, right there. There you go. Hit OK.
Yep, transition. I got it.
No. Yeah, don't click X. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to let Devin bring up.
Yeah, I got to catch up. Sorry.
The Pillar Puzzle Escape.
That sounds terrible, dude.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Sometimes puzzle games are all right, you know? It's got an 8 out of 10 on Steam.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like a good puzzle game every now and then.
It kind of looks like that one game that came out.
The Witness?
The Witness.
It looks like The Witness, dude.
It literally
really
looks
does.
like The Witness. Yeah.
Even the puzzles look like The Witness, like the little
Dots.
checkerboard-looking puzzles and stuff. Yeah.
And then also MXGP 2020 is coming to PS5 on January 14th for $49.99. In MXGP 2020, players can fully experience the excitement of the current MXGP season, competing with 68 riders from both MXGP and MX2 categories on the 19 circuits of the 2020 season.
I think they're a little late.
Yeah, it is 2021 now. Well, it's coming to PS5. I think it's been out, like on everything else.
Yeah,
I couldn't do the 2020 season until just now because of COVID.
I definitely feel like I've seen these pictures before.
Faux show.
These guys are not 6 feet apart.
And then but they got masks.
Oh, they do have masks.
And then we got Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game. Coming to Switch, Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Stadia.
So is this a game based on a movie about a game?
What? No.
What?
This is Scott Pilgrim.
So Scott Pilgrim is a movie about a video game, right? Or about a kid who's like... I've never watched Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah,
I know there's
either.
something about a video game in it, right? It is a comic book original.
Yeah, it was a graphic novel, I think.
I think even the graphic novel's about the kid being in a video game somehow. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody's going to tell me.
All I know is that
right.
he's in a band. I don't know anything else outside of
There's
that.
some kind of like video game thing tied to the Scott Pilgrim universe. Somebody who knows about Scott Pilgrim, tell us in the comments.
Yeah, the one
What
time.
the
Okay.
fuck?
Here it is. It literally says it in the description, guys. Okay, so it's coming.
I could have looked it up. My bad.
It's coming to all that shit on January 14th for $35. This game is based on the award-winning graphic novels by Brian Lee O'Malley, and as well as the motion picture about a 23-year-old guy living in the big city and finding that love is literally a battlefield. So, now I remember. Okay, so he falls in love with this girl, blue-haired chick right there.
Right.
And he has to battle all of her exes before he can be with her.
Right.
Yeah, and they're like wild.
And they're like video game bosses, right?
Yeah, but I
Okay.
don't think they're actually in a video game. I think it just
he
has.
just views everything like a video game.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
Hmm.
But
Sweet.
it's very loved.
$35. That's a little steep for this.
Well, I think this is the one. I think this is a beat 'em up that came out on Xbox Live Arcade, and then whenever Xbox Live Arcade shut down, it disappeared. Like there was no way to play this game.
Oh.
So I think it's coming back, and people are like, "Yeah," you know.
Okay.
Anyways, that's it. That's all the games that are coming out in the next 7 days.
Man, that was a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of games in
So
I
there.
had a hard
games.
time keeping up.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna move on over to currently playing. Okay, so what's everybody playing right now?
Well, I think we should get our little session out of the way first of what we all played together.
Oh yeah.
What do we all play?
What-
Sorry.
Pop one. So
I forgot.
Brent, you came to my house.
I have
we all-
short-term memory,
we all
okay?
we actually abducted Brent against his will.
Yeah.
He doesn't remember any
I
of
don't
this.
Just
remember.
keep
I was
swimming.
drugged the whole time. No, we played Pop 1. Pop 1.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense if you think about it. What? Population 1?
it's saying like you got to drop it down to population
But even
one.
if you
Yeah,
get,
but there's
it's
three
still
of us.
3, yeah.
That's only if you play trios.
But there's only trios.
There's only trios.
Oh well, then one
Yeah.
team.
Another one.
Teams count
Yeah,
as one person.
Population
Population
1
one.
team. Okay,
Yeah.
I like
Teams
that.
just written in asterisks.
Okay, so basically, we got together to record all of us playing VR. We each had an Oculus headset. 2 of us had Oculus 2 or Oculus Quest 2, and then one of us had Oculus Quest 1. So I don't.
Pretty cool experience, if you ask me. I like. We were all standing like, okay, Jamel and Devin are in the same room, and I'm in a room like adjoining, and we're all like in the same virtual world together playing Battle Royale, Population 1. I don't know. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was very interesting. First time I've ever played it. I'm extremely afraid of heights, and I gotta say, even though the graphics are pretty bad in that game, like whenever you start off and like you hop in these launch pad things that will shoot you out over the map, I was actually kind of terrified, like looking down from that height. Like, I don't know why that freaked me out the first couple of times. But anyways, so it's pretty cool. You can like fly around. It's literally just a battle royale. It's like, imagine Fortnite as a VR game, you know, way less optimized, but still cool.
I think the big gimmicks here are that, well, first of all, you're in VR, obviously. Second of all, you can climb everything and glide off of everything, which is kind of interesting dynamic for a VR, or I mean for a battle royale game.
Especially since you don't have like a wingsuit or anything, you just fly for no reason.
You're like Superman. It's
no, you have a little jetpack.
Oh yeah, you do have a little jetpack.
Okay.
So, yeah, that somehow makes you glide. I don't know.
Because there was like a part where I walked up and Brent just like spread his arms and just started flying at me, and it just like looked so fucking weird. Like,
and in real time, looking at somebody playing it, they're just T-posing.
Yeah,
and moving their arms side to side
like an airplane.
Yeah, it's really cool though. If you want to lean around corners, you just lean around the corner. You know, like
that's my favorite thing is like hold onto a ledge and like pop up on people and like spray my whole clip
capping.
And then just like go back down.
Yeah, dude, it's very interesting. I like the little like health, like the banana. You gotta like if you need health, you peel a banana and like actually have to peel it and then put it to your face like you're gonna eat it. Very interesting.
Yeah,
especially for someone who doesn't play VR all the time. You know, it was kind of cool to see all that. Kind of makes me want to get in there. It never come out. No, but I could live in some VR for a while. Now,
yeah.
I definitely got sick after about like a good hour of it. Like I had to sit down while we were playing.
Yeah, that's probably a good one to train yourself with. Like if you played on and off for like a week with that, you would be over your motion sickness pretty fast, I think. That's one of those things that I feel like most people who are new to VR are going to have to battle through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to get the VR legs.
I actually didn't have any issue the first time I played VR.
Some people don't, man.
Fine.
I got sick as a dog the first few times I played. Like it honestly, like for the first week or two of having my PSVR, I would like get real nauseous depending on what I played. But then after playing through Resident Evil 7, like something like about halfway through that game, it just clicked and like my brain just stopped caring or something. I don't know.
It was like, oh, this is reality.
Yeah. I still get a little nauseous when I do like smooth turning, which is one of the reasons I like Oculus Quest so much, because I can just physically turn my body instead of like do the thumbstick to turn. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that shit is weird. I know what you're talking about with the PSVR, like just turning your whole body with the stick.
Yeah,
like, oh goodness,
that's weird feeling, man.
But the thing about like I just get motion sickness like pretty easily. Like I've always been like whenever I was a kid and I'd just be playing my Game Boy in the car. Like if we were driving, I couldn't play my Game Boy for more than like 3 minutes without like feeling like I was about to pass out. Like
I still can't like read a book in the car.
Same. I can't look at my phone while the car is moving. Like and I literally can't sit in passenger seats. Like I drive everywhere I go. I'm the driver because if I sit in the passenger seat, I will get motion sickness.
What?
Yeah,
I don't get motion sickness from driving in the passenger seat, but I get like this weird irrational fear when I'm not the one driving. Like I'm like about to die.
That's because you are.
It doesn't matter how safe the person driving is driving. I'm like always just afraid I'm about to fucking die. Like,
just crash. Yeah, I don't know.
That's like my biggest fear.
Is a car crash?
That somebody else is in control of the car and I'm like in the car and they crash. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that is terrifying. You must drive with some pretty bad drivers.
I bet you're a joy to ride with.
I keep it chill.
Like
I keep it chill.
Yeah,
grabbing
the
the
little
bar.
thing.
Yeah.
I do grab the bar. I can't help
goes
it.
1 mile over the speed.
I don't.
Whoa!
I don't say anything, but I'll like be like sitting there like.
Yeah.
Grinding your teeth.
I don't know why. Yeah, I just get sick. But
I've only gotten motion sickness once, and that was a long time ago when I was a little kid. Me and my brother, we got on one of those giant spinning tire swings at this park, and literally spun for probably 4 hours straight. And I
was never the same again.
I'm pretty sure I fucked my equilibrium for life, but like. We did not like. And when I say spun, I'm talking like carnival speeds and shit of like rides for 4 hours straight. And that night we kept waking up to go throw up because
God.
every time we closed our eyes, everything was still moving. That's the only time I can remember getting motion sickness.
The worst motion sickness I've ever had was like totally. I was working offshore on this boat, and like I went to sleep in the boat, and I woke up, and like everybody's like getting thrown around on the boat by the waves, and like fucking I go out into this cabin of the boat, and like everybody's throwing up into like bags and shit. It was like the worst like boat sickness, like seasickness. Like it was so fucking terrible, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Yeah.
And there's no getting away from it too. You can't just like you're like 14 miles off the coast, just fucking in the middle of the ocean, just like fucking like there's no turning it around. Like, ugh.
That sounds like torture.
It was bad.
Were you on fucking Deadliest Catch or what? What's
we
the
were
story?
we were moving in an oil rig from like one spot to another spot, which is
Dang, that sounds intense.
it was pretty crazy.
Fighting all the crabs and the sharks and stuff. Yeah.
Yes, the crabs were the issue.
They're like, take the tugboat. It's like, no, it's the crabs. No, but yeah. So I played that with you guys. Played a little bit of the Blades and Sorcery. That was pretty interesting.
Oh, fun! What did you think about that?
It was cool. It was very weird to stick my sword slowly into someone's abdomen
And
like,
feel the vibration.
yeah, it felt weird. Like I didn't think it. Like like I didn't realize the amount of freedom you have with it. So like,
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
I was just like poking at this girl, and like she kind of like tripped into it, and it was just like, and I was like, oh my god, because it was like so slow, and like her like weird NPC face didn't really change. It was just kind of like she was just staring into my soul. Yeah, I was like, oh god, like this is not a game that you should give to like a killer. Like they'd have way too much fun in there.
I like to go like slow mo. I like to hit the slow mo button, and like I like to reenact like scenes from Troy. You know what I mean? Like I have them come at me, and then I'll like sweep the leg with the sword. You know what I mean? I love that game, man.
It's so much fun, and then all the powers and everything.
It's
like,
fucking
God.
brutal.
If I was a NPC in any game, I hope it would never be that one. Like you literally just keep getting born to like be slaughtered. It was kind of fun, like using the force. Like I like picked this dude up with the force, like by his legs, and just literally swung him around in circles, and then threw him into a spike like wall, and just like he didn't die. So then I just ripped him in half. It was intense, pretty intense.
Yeah, that's
like
a fun game, man.
Yeah, he had like lightsabers and shit. It was cool. Like
yeah, I have a big ass Star Wars mod on it. That comes
That's
as like
cool. I haven't modded mine at all. I just have
but
the base game.
The
that I play.
lightsabers are the biggest cheese because you can literally just stick your hand out and like cut their finger. You can cut their hand off with their sword, and then it just slices them and it dices them into pieces. There's no competition.
It is cool though because like it leaves like the lightsaber burns like like on a Star Wars Obi-Wan. So like if you like kind of get somebody, it leaves like the mark on them.
Is it hard to mod?
No, I can show you. It's super easy.
Yeah, fun.
You just gotta
game.
You gotta dig in deep into files, or there's a service that you can use. But I think it's cleaner and easier to just use the files
I'd
because you
rather
can put it
just go in the
exactly where you
file.
want it. Yeah.
I've done a few games that have been real easy to mod, and some that have been not so easy.
The hardest one for me to mod was GTA.
I was about to say I tried to mod Grand Theft Auto 5, and it just I couldn't get it. I broke the game. I had to format the file and shit, like almost like
just to put dragons in the game, like
just
rideable.
to put dragons.
I mean, something small, but just to put dragons in the game, you had to put a file in a mechanics file. You had to put the skin in a different folder in a skin file, and you had to like dig into the deep processes of like GTA, like the actual file itself. And it was very, very complex.
I was trying to get a VR mod working with GTA, and it just wouldn't work.
Oh god, that would be very graphically intensive.
I've heard that it's actually really cool, and they make it work with the graphics not being so crazy because it like alternates the eye or something like with the picture, but it does it so fast you can't even really tell. I don't know how they do it, but somehow they make it to where it works pretty good. Like apparently.
Well, I know what I'm doing tonight.
Right? I couldn't get it to work, but
But yeah, sorry, Blatant Sorcerer. Was.
Oh yeah, I played that, and then I played, and then I've been playing Apex Legends. I switched over from Warzone because the DMR Mac 10 thing was pissing me off too much, and
it's still broken.
It's still so broken. They nerfed it, but it didn't do anything.
They only took down the head damage.
Yeah, it's like nobody's getting fucking headshots with the fucking DMR. They're just shooting you in the body for 2 shots and you die. Yep. You know, so it's like. And they can be like halfway across the map and fucking do it.
And a patch went out today, and it's still not fucking fixed.
I hate it, dude. I can't stand that Call of Duty can't fix this. It's like you guys literally are the highest paid. You guys make so much fucking money. Like, fix this goddamn game.
Well, wait. How many skins are out for the DMR right now? Because
that
could have something to play.
Dude, no, Devin was on to something. He mentioned this like a week or two ago. How
long time ago.
A long time ago. How like the meta is all based around the overpowered gun. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Or yeah, any like skins and stuff that they put out, it's always the meta. Or there'll be like 3 different ones that is the meta for that fucking week.
Yeah. Well, the meta's gone on for way too fucking long with the DMR.
It's not even a meta. It's broken.
It's literally just a cheat. It doesn't even make sense. So I've been playing Apex with Breezy and Hans and some other people. And
Apex is fun.
It's fun. It's nowhere near as good as Call of Duty though. Whenever Call of Duty is working, like like Apex is great and all. It's very different. It's like trios or duos. There's barely anybody in the game. Like whenever it comes to like maps, like and they have this new map. I literally hate this map. Like I don't know why it's there. But apparently the map is different from the ranked map. So I haven't even seen the ranked map yet. But I don't know. It's just weird. I think I'm just mad because I'm not playing Call of Duty. But
he ain't getting his fix.
Yeah, it's so much slower. Like the pace. Like I guess if you play as the robot like Chappie or whatever, fucking you can like fly around and stuff like using your hook shot. But other than him, like your mobility is so slow, compared to Call of Duty.
I downloaded it this weekend and was playing it with my brother, and I was like, dude, why am I running so slow? And he's like, dude, that's just how fast they run.
Yeah,
like, this can't be it.
There's no tack sprint, so like you can't go really fast. Like not only that, like you have to shoot people like 100 times to kill them. Like it's not like Call of Duty where like if you have your sights on someone and you start blasting, as long as you get the hits on them, they're probably gonna go down. Like it's like you have to sit there and just like unload clips on people.
See, I like that though. It's kind of like got that Halo vibe where it's not just like, okay, I shoot you once, you're dead. It's like, okay, I shot you once, now you're aware of me. Now we have to have a fight. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
I don't mind that. But I'm not familiar with the guns and how many hits you have to land with each gun. Like in Call of Duty, I know how every gun works. So like I know if I have this weapon, I know how many times I have to hit you for it to drop you.
Yeah, but if you played Apex long enough, you would get a feel for all the guns,
But I've already got 4 wins, not to, on Apex, and that was like in one night, and it's not because of me. Like definitely, I was getting like 1 kill per game, but like, I went in with some randos, and I'm like talking in the thing. And I pop in. I'm like, hey guys, just to let you know, I suck. And I've been on Warzone, so I don't know what anything is in this game. And they're just like, oh, it's all good. Like they were like buddies playing together or whatever, and I'm just in there as the third wheel. And, like we're running through. They each get like 15 kills, and then I get like my 1. And like at the end, I'm like, I'm glad I could carry you guys, bro. And then just like peace out, get my dub.
I'm gonna take my dub and go.
Yeah, just dip. Anyways, that's all I've been playing this week, though.
Well, that's fun.
And a little bit more Stalker. Still trying to finish that up.
I like that. I need to get on Stalker. That's one I've been meaning to jump on. Okay. I've been playing Battlefield 1. Has been kind of my go-to lately, weirdly enough. I don't know why.
It's a fun game.
Well, so what happened was I have like the EA Origins or whatever. The thing they just added on to Game Pass or whatever. And Battlefield 1 is like, they have all the Battlefield games. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's totally worth it.
I'm about to make a return to Battlefield 4.
Bro,
sorry.
Battlefield 4 is the shit. I played a little bit of that like a few weeks ago. But either way, Battlefield 1, I downloaded it, and I was just going to run through the campaign because I kind of wanted some like old school, like, combat. I don't know. But
the campaign was pretty dope.
It was. I've played a little bit of the campaign, and then I started playing the multiplayer, and I just got fucking hooked, dude. I'm like weirdly good at that game for some reason. I'm not like good. I get like, 20 kills and 20 deaths or something, but like it's better than I do on other games. You know what I mean? Like
in other first-person shooters.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not like the lowest on the scoreboard every time, So I have a lot of fun playing it. I like the big scale battles. I like the vehicles. It's honestly like Star Wars Battlefront.
It's literally Star Wars.
It is Star Wars Battlefront, but without Star Wars and with World War I. Yeah.
Yeah, Star Wars Battlefront is literally just a Star Wars skin on Battlefield 1.
Yeah, which I don't hate either. I actually really
enjoyed. Damn good skin.
Yeah, I liked the Star Wars
That's
game.
some damn good skin, boy.
But this kind of has that same thing like you were talking about with Apex, like how you have to shoot people like a whole bunch before they die most of the time, unless you're like a sniper with like a fucking stupid ass gun. But I feel like for the most part, it's pretty fair. Like you have to like, get a few shots off on people and like, I don't know.
Yeah, you do have to drop a lot of shots on people in that game, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's another one of those where it's like, it's not very realistic and like you're not going to get shot like 3 times and drop dead unless it's a sniper.
Most of my kills come from like, I'll shoot somebody with a sniper and then like they'll run off and then somebody else will kill them and it'll be like, assist counts as kill. Okay.
Assist counts as kill?
If you do more than like,
if
you do more than like 75 damage to him or something like that, it gives you the credit for the kill, which is kind of cool because usually somebody kills them after I shoot them with a sniper.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hop on some of that with you.
The graphics are great looking on PC. That's another thing I'm really into about this. Like,
is there crossplay?
I don't know. I think maybe.
I don't think so.
No, maybe not.
I'll probably have to download it on PC then.
It's a lot of fun for sure.
I'm definitely making a return to Battlefield 4. I looked up
I'll download Battlefield 4. We can play that.
Talking about Hardline?
Yes.
That would be sick.
I'm so down.
No, fuck Battlefield Hardline. That's a different story
That's
altogether.
4,
though. No.
It's not?
Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline are two different things. Battlefield Hardline was the cops and robbers one.
Yeah, and it was made by a different...
okay.
It was 2 different studios.
It was like the worst Battlefield.
It was fucking terrible.
It was like really bad. And I'm not a big fan of Battlefield 5 either, to be honest with you. But Battlefield 4 was really good, and I really like Battlefield 1. So
I kind of liked 5 more than 1 a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I don't know what it is about 5. I feel like 5 didn't look as good as 1 to me for some reason. And I don't know why.
I just like World War 1. Like, nobody had done World War 1 yet.
Yeah, I do really like that they did World War 1. I think that's a fun...
Gotta give him credit there.
Plus, it gave us the... It's like, oh my God, is that what is it? It's like is that Jason Bourne where the guy's like running on the top of the fucking like blimp and like it's like blowing up behind him and he just like fucking jumps off.
I also like the weapon set in Battlefield 1. It's like a whole interesting set of weapons you never really heard about.
Yeah, and you don't really see because nobody really does World
War One. Yeah.
And the mustard gas.
Oh, yeah.
I love that mustard gas.
Good old days. Back whenever we just use a good old can of mustard gas.
DICE is reportedly going to be revealing the next Battlefield soon.
Cool.
They didn't give an exact date.
I hope they go back to modern. Because
if
honestly,
they don't go fucking back to modern and do just like a successor to Battlefield 4 or even something, I could even take something a little more in the future. Like if they don't do something modern
Cold
and up,
War.
I'm going to be pissed.
See, for me, it's like Call of Duty. I don't care what era Call of Duty's in. For whatever reason, World War II school with Call of Duty, modern school with Call of Duty, future school with Call of Duty for me. But for Battlefield, I really like modern stuff because of the vehicles and shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
The dog fights you have, man.
I want to be in like modern cool jets and like flying and blowing up skyscrapers and shit.
Which was the one where like if you were like a sniper, you could like throw this thing out behind you that would like if somebody came up, it would alert you. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a little ball you could like throw out in the ground, and if anybody like walked near it, it would like alert you that somebody was popping up on you.
I don't know.
I think that might have been Bad Company. I can't remember which one it was, but it was a dope little setup.
That's really cool.
I don't remember that in 3 or 4.
It was definitely. It had to be Battlefield 2 then. Bad Company, I think.
Bad Company was dope. That game was way ahead of its time.
And the destruction. I want a Call of Duty with destruction.
Oh man, I love. That's another thing I really love about Battlefield 1 is like when you shoot a building with a tank and somebody's like in the building and like the whole wall blows up and they're just standing there like.
Fuck.
Anyways,
but yeah, so I also played Dragon Age Origins a little bit. Dude, that game is hard as fuck, bro. I forgot how hard the original Dragon Age game is, man. Like, the first boss, like, real boss you come to is almost impossible to beat without cheesing. You know what I mean? Like,
really?
Yeah, like, I had to, like, basically run around in a circle and make him chase me while the rest of my party shot him with arrows because, like, there's, like, no other way I could beat him. I tried to beat him the fair way, like, for, like, 3 hours, and I was like, okay. Either I need to, like...
You didn't grind enough, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I probably should have reloaded an earlier save and grinded a little harder, but, like, I couldn't even get him down to, like, half health. Like, it was that bad. Like, and then from this point on, it just got harder and harder. I think my character build that I try to do is kind of whack, and, like, my party members are kind of whack, and... I don't know, man. I'm about to give up on...
Everything's just whack.
I'm about to give up on Dragon Age Origins for now.
His character build?
And then I went on SideQuest. Like, a few days ago, they released Doom 3 in VR on SideQuest. And you have to own it on Steam, but it's only like $5. So I went and I got it off my Steam. I copied it on my Quest. I downloaded the thing. And bada bing, bada boom, I'm playing Doom 3 in VR. It's fucking awesome.
It's pretty atmospheric.
Yeah, and, Doom 3 was like one of the first like Doom games that was like really good looking. You know what I mean? Like just sexy looking. I don't know, not sexy for the time it was.
Yeah, they were trying to show off like the cool lighting effects and stuff like that.
Yeah, and this is the same guy who did the Half-Life port and the Return to Castle Wolfenstein port and the Quake 1 and 2 port for VR. On the Quest, and all of those are like some of the best VR games out right now, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Even though they're all just like ports, the Doom 3 port is like you got your hands. It's like free controller. Like you aim your gun. You actually like he's like reprogrammed the game to where you like use your physical hands to like touch the touch screens in the game.
That's
so like
cool.
When you go up to a door, you like poke the button and it like opens the door for you. So it's a lot more immersive than the original game actually was. I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
Can you rip a demon's head off?
No, but you can whack them with your flashlight. It's a lot of fun. Dude, it's so good. And it's like a 12-hour game, so it's like a full-length, big-ass fucking game with like some of the better graphics in a Quest game, a native Quest game.
Yeah. And
apparently it looks a lot better on Quest 2, so like I'm over here playing the Quest 1 version of it, really enjoying myself, and apparently it's even better on Quest 2. So.
Well, shit.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Devin.
Oh, play a little VR. Played a lot of Rec Room.
Rec Room's always fun.
It's fun if you can actually get through activities. Me and my brother Tate were playing the Medieval Night one.
Oh yeah.
And we'd get like halfway through.
It's hard. Those little. Oh, sorry.
Oh, the first time I played it, me and whatever squad I got thrown into, we ran through it, like breezed through it, no problem. And then everyone after that, like me and Tate would get in a match and like we'd have someone leave halfway through or both leave halfway through, and you cannot finish that shit with just two people.
I still haven't beaten the space one. There's one where you're like in space and like little space aliens are like coming in at you and you like got to shoot them with the laser blasters. It's fucking hard, dude. I can't fucking beat it.
Yeah, apparently I've only scratched the surface with that game. There's a whole lot of like custom games that are like players make, right? And
yeah, there's like custom games. Did you play Wreck Royale at all?
No.
Oh, dude.
I gotta try that.
It's a lot like Pop 1, honestly. It's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
The shooting mechanics in it aren't terrible. We played the paintball.
I was about to say paintball's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we played the paintball a lot, and I was like just two pistols, and I was wrecking all those little kids. I was like, this is
dude,
fucking easy.
it's the best because you get all the squeakers that just don't know what they're doing. You can like kill them from across the map.
Yeah.
I feel like VR is the only like place where Greg Hastings could make a comeback. Like Greg Hastings paintball game. Like,
oh, that would be sick. I would play that.
Just like
completely
speedball.
Forgot about that.
I would totally play like a paintball VR game. Like that would be cool.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wouldn't pay for a paintball game then.
Yeah, because it's like you could just go play paintball, I guess. But at the same time, the mechanics
but
of
who
it
wants
would be
to get
kinda
hit
cool.
by a paintball? You know,
I want to feel the pain.
Yeah, it's like
there is something special about like when you shoot a paintball. It's not just like a straight line trajectory. Like you have to compensate for like the arc of the paintball. You know what I mean?
Also, the fact that it doesn't guarantee it's gonna go straight anyways. It might just fucking explode in the barrel and send like
curve off.
Yeah. Also, paint grenades suck in real life. So
yeah, they just spray paint.
You can make a paint grenade
It's
that doesn't suck. That would be great.
Balloon Saloon.
Yeah.
But besides Rec Room, COD, and then a lot of just the general VR that, the pop one that we played. I played a lot of Gorn, which is like a Coliseum, just over the top gory game, but cartoonishly gory. So like Blade and Sorcery, but on a cartoon level. That game is so much fun. You can
game is fun.
Chop people in half with a big old axe and whatnot. And yeah, that was pretty much it.
Can we take a second to address I'm sorry, but in my head I was thinking back to whenever I was a kid, and like just the unlimited amount of imagination that there was no rules to your thought process back then. So in my head I was like, can you imagine? I imagined that there was a paintball tank. There was a tank that would shoot a giant fucking paintball at people. I had no, I don't know why in my head I thought that was a real thing.
No, because it was a real thing, dude.
Was it?
Yeah, well they had that full scale battlefield style
with a tank that ran up and down the middle.
You remember seeing the videos from that?
I thought it was airsoft, not paintball.
I thought it was paintball, but maybe it was airsoft. I don't know, but I remember there being a full scale ground war with a fucking tank.
Yeah, there's a place
just running over people in the tank.
You know what I'm saying?
The safety, the lawsuits, but I can only imagine. I remember there was a full scale World War II reenactment, with paintball. Yeah, and it's
I think that was with airsoft. They have huge ops.
It's D-Day and all this stuff where you go out for multiple days at a time.
Airsoft does that a whole lot. They're called ops. And there'll be whole weekend events and stuff. I used to
freaking crazy.
Do a lot of airsoft.
That would be awesome, dude.
That does sound fun.
I never went on an op, but I went on a couple all day playing large scale games that went through the whole day, and it's a lot of fucking fun, especially if it's nice. It's gotta be nice weather though. Texas is either really shitty for that or really good.
What happens if it's a multiple day thing, but you get killed in the first 5 minutes?
Well, it's a time thing. You have to go back
you just
to
have
base.
To go home.
No. You go back to a specific area, and you have to wait a certain amount of time.
Respawn.
Yeah.
And generally,
that sounds fun.
The scale of the map that they're playing on too is if you get killed deep in the battlefield, it's gonna take you a minute to get back.
Have you ever done anything like this?
No, not on a large scale. No.
Oh, okay. I want to know how fair people are about this. When you got
So people who take it that seriously call their shots pretty well. Because if you
course.
don't, people will come up and they will light your ass up.
And yeah, I mean, I just feel like people would be cheating. You know what I mean?
Nah.
And the more serious airsoft players, they call their hits. It's only when you go to there's an indoor airsoft place in Houston. When you go there, nobody fucking calls their shots.
Oh yeah, there's a place in Houston that literally has Nuketown. They have a Nuketown set up, and you can play at night.
I want to go to Nuketown
with glow in the dark paintballs and stuff. Speaking of which, though, anybody who's down to go paintballing in the Houston area, we should do that sometime.
I'm so down.
I'm also down for airsoft. I will fucking wreck you.
I don't like airsoft. I like paintball because you know if you
there's
get
no
hit.
cheating with paintball. Fucking well, there is, but
it's pretty obvious.
I've seen a lot of people wipe their paint in paintball.
Not if I shoot you in the legs.
You don't have to worry about me shooting, because you shoot me somewhere other than my mask, I'm going to be like, ah!
My thing with airsoft and paintball was it was always, you could spend a fraction of the price in airsoft and get a really good gun that shoots straight and is reliable, whereas paintball,
you can just rent shit. We're adults.
Yeah.
Dude, that's no.
Dude, that last time I went, 2 years ago, I went
good
paintball.
paint and everything?
Yeah, paid $20 for a gun and 500 rounds and free CO2 refill, just unlimited CO2 refill. It's because not enough people don't paintball anymore, so it's cheap now. If you want to go, they're just please.
Well, all the rentals
they'll give you a mask and shit.
All the rentals that I've ever gotten before, shot
all the rentals that I got were Titman 98 Customs.
Yeah,
and shit.
Same here.
Yeah,
everywhere I go, it's usually a Titman.
I've just been going to the wrong places.
But okay, let's move on, guys, to the topic of the show, which this week's topic of the show is video games that would be awesome in different genres, or video game genre remix is what I like to call this. But the show is gonna be, you're gonna see that. But anyway, so basically the gist of it is we each chose 5 games that we were like, would it be cool to take this game and put it in a different genre? And how would that look? And how would it work? And why would it be good? So let's do this. Who wants to go first?
I'm just going to preface this with saying that a lot of mine was VR.
Hey, that's real.
That's fine.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I guess I can kick it off if you guys want.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sir
kick
Brent.
it.
Okay. So mine would be like a Metal Gear. My number 5 would be Metal Gear Solid, like a sequel to Metal Gear Solid. It'd be like a new Metal Gear Solid game. But the main difference would be it would be entirely in first-person mode, like a Resident Evil 7 type spin on Metal Gear Solid. You know what I mean?
Hey, what's up, Paranormal?
Yeah, late to the party, but you're here. That's all that matters. What's up, man?
But yeah, so I would basically just have it first person, and you'd be like sneaking around, doing sneaky things. I mean, it wouldn't be fun
Wait. So Metal Gear first person is what you're saying?
Basically,
as a
yeah,
FPS.
like the Resident Evil 7 of Metal Gear Solid. You know what I mean? Like we're taking basically
okay, I get what you're saying.
fundamentally the same game, but just from a first person perspective.
You can kind of play Metal Gear in first person. You know, like
I know 5 has a mod you can get, or like I know in Metal Gear 2 you can like go to your first person gun
just
you know
to
what I mean?
shoot down the sights and
but
stuff.
like I'm talking about like a forced first person
Gotcha.
perspective where you're like crawling onto the floor under lasers, or like you're blowing
Hide in a box.
blowing the cigarette smoke at the lasers, or lots of lasers. There'd be lots of lasers.
There'd be lots of lasers. You can hiding in the box. I'd mainly just hide in the box.
Oh, you'd be in the box nonstop.
Though when you do go in the box, it is first person in Metal Gear Solid 2. Every time you go in, it goes into first person,
that
so
would
you
be
can
the
look out the
only
little
different.
like.
That would be the only time you go in third person
slip.
in my game is when you go in the box.
Yeah.
So-
Then it goes third. It's like driving a vehicle.
I'm switching it up. You know what I mean?
So, by the way, Paranormal, basically, topic of the show is we're taking games and putting them into different genres and seeing how they do. So, my number 5 is Doom as a survival horror game. Yeah, so instead of like you getting a bunch of guns and running through, like
Being
you have to get through it like survival horror.
defenseless.
So instead of being like the Doomslayer, you're like some poor helpless soul
Yeah,
that
you're-
got caught in it. Oh.
you're-
Some random dude on the facility just like
what are the UAC? What is the Doom
yeah.
Marine people or whatever?
not even. You're just a scientist.
No,
Yeah,
just
you're-
Doom NPC.
Yeah. It's just the tagline is "Oh shit." But I think that'd be pretty terrifying. Like if you took that whole like setting of like Doom Eternal or whatever, and just you're a helpless like dude trying to escape like from Mars or whatever, or like wherever you're at in the specific area. Like you just keep running into the Doom Marine, and he's just like, or Doom guy, he's just like,
He's the comic relief. Like,
yeah, he just keeps appearing like murdering people like last second, like whenever you get to a cutscene, and like he's like, "Why are you still here?" Like,
I could totally see that. Like you're like hiding in a locker, and there's some demon in the fucking room with you, like fucking going around, and then he just kicks the door down and just shoots him. That'd be great.
like you get picked up by like a cacodemon, and you're like floating through there. You're like, "Oh shit!" and he just like pops it, and then. But yeah, I think that game could be terrifying and could be fun.
I like it.
Anyways,
I dig it.
What you got,
So, my number 5, I'd like to see Zoo Tycoon do VR.
ooh, that would actually be a fun
I
one.
think that'd be really
Like you build your zoo, and then you can walk around it in VR and like experience your zoo
both.
from a
You
first
could
person.
manage it from VR, or you could have the bird, top over view, and then use like the VR controllers as like tools to do stuff.
And
That would be
you could do
very
like
cool.
multiplayer, or like say like you have like a kid or something, and like you could be like, "Come, let's go to the zoo," and like you don't have to go pay money to take them to the zoo.
And then don't tell them what happens when you lock the gate behind
Yeah,
them.
you
And
just lock
release
them
all
in the
tigers.
lion's cage. Like that's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah, that could be fun. Or you could do Roller Coaster Tycoon. That would be a lot more like VR friendly.
You know what else would be cool if you did like a Jurassic Park version of Zoo Tycoon?
Ooh, in
Yeah,
Where,
VR.
it's like,
yeah.
where like the dinosaurs can get out and shit.
any park builder in VR would be dope.
Yeah.
I agree.
Good call. Good
It'd be
call
a
on
lot
that.
like Deism, which is on Side Quest if you ever get bored.
What you got?
Okay. So I want a BioWare style RPG set in the Halo universe.
Ooh.
Okay, so basically Halo, but like you're
KOTOR.
going around. Yeah, there's not like a linear path. You're just going and you're like forming relationships and like getting a squad together. And like, I don't think you'd be like a pivotal character like Master Chief or something. You'd be like just a
Marine.
Yeah, like you'd be like a guy who, you know, does combat and shit, but it wouldn't be as serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's a lot of lore in the Halo universe that like is untouched by the games. You know what I'm saying?
I think you could really flesh it all out. You know, like go to the planets and talk to people and like
meet the different races.
Yeah.
Like maybe you're like an elite. You know, like maybe that way you can.
Or you have an elite on your squad. You know, like Mass Effect style. Like you meet an elite who's like, you know, down on his luck, and you like bring him along, but everybody hates him. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. So my next one, my number 4 is Super Smash Brothers Battle Royale. So like change up the camera angles. All right.
Did you talk about this a long time ago?
No, that's what I thought, but it was like a different. So we were talking about a different game. We were talking about Super Mario Battle Royale. Bro, like somehow I fit that in there.
Yeah.
But the next game we talked about was Super Smash Brothers, but not as a Battle Royale. It was something else. But so Super Smash Bros. As a Battle Royale. So change up the camera angle to where it's a little bit closer. So like you can only see up to like 4 people. It's just so it's a giant map. You know what I'm saying? And there's only like 4, like enough room to where they have to be in this little square to see them. So, but like, there's like 50 to 60 fighters, you know, on this one gigantic map, and you're just running through, and you could do it rather than based off of like knocking them off the map multiple times. Do the damage thing where like everybody starts with 500%, and every time you get hit, it drops that number down. And whenever it gets down to 1, you know what I'm saying, then they're gone.
Yeah.
I think that could be really interesting because it's technically Battle Royale already, just on a very small scale.
2D, yeah.
Yeah.
What if you like went just all out with it, like Spellbreak kind of, and like
made it 3D?
Yeah, 3D, and like just basically like a normal Battle Royale, but like just big and like cartoony, and like I don't know, you have to like find the other characters, and there's the shrinking circle, and just a traditional BR, but like instead of picking up weapons and stuff, every character has their own powers. You know what I mean? And then like you build up your power like through power-ups or something you find. Like maybe you get like your Pikachu can become like a level 2 Pikachu depending on how many like orbs you find on the ground or something. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. You know, that's the other thing. Even if you were to do it 2D like or normal like how they have it, you could have the map get smaller and smaller from the sides. You know what I'm saying? Like over time. So like eventually it comes down to where you have to fight. Like, you know, you couldn't just go hide off over here, like off of someone's screen or whatever.
That would just be a fun mode in normal Smash Bros. You know?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Be fun. Anyways, what you got, Devin?
So like I said, VR. I want to see a well done like EA Sports level, like NHL or NFL or like, you know, that series of games put in VR and done well.
That would be cool. You know, I think a football game would be really cool in VR, like where you're the quarterback and you're like, you know, in the middle of the play and like everybody's rushing to tackle you and you got to like pass it to somebody. I don't know. And then you pass it and like as you pass it, like you follow the ball and like go into that person's body or something, you know? That would be tight.
You could do football. I thought about like football and hockey wouldn't be that hard. Now, you know, like soccer would be a little...
Hockey could also be cool because you could do some kind of cool ice skating mechanic in VR that would feel really good, I think.
You gotta move your shoulders.
There's a game. There's a game called Sprint Vector, which is basically like a roller skating racing game, and you like do your arms like this, and like you do this. It makes you feel like you're roller skating.
You don't do that in hockey, though.
No, I know, but I mean, you could come up with something. I think that would feel good.
And the shooting mechanic would work fine with the controllers, like having the stick and everything.
Yeah.
And you could even
if you pantomime holding a stick.
Goalie would be badass.
Oh, dude, yeah. That would be sick.
Paranormal says Rampage VR. That would be tight. Like
where you're like climbing on the buildings and like breaking shit.
Just like
grabbing little people,
eating little people. Yeah,
just like kaiju like VR basically, where you play as the kaiju monsters, or Mario Kart, but really greedy like Need for Speed, or Pikmin, but first person or VR. I think Pikmin VR is like is something that should already be a thing.
Yeah, that would be really pretty in VR, and I think it would work well in VR.
Whenever they did their Labo VR, I feel like Pikmin should have been like their first go-to for that. You know,
yeah,
it makes sense. Like that, yeah.
I would fuck with Mario Kart VR.
You know, they have an arcade Mario Kart VR game, but it's only like in VR arcades and stuff.
In Japan, I thought, right?
Yeah, probably.
Only in Japan.
But it exists.
That would be
and
tight.
Apparently, it's pretty cool.
My number 3 is BioShock, or just in the area in the world of Rapture as a survival game, like Rust or something, but like in Rapture. You know what I'm saying? Like an online type of like that type of survival game, or like The Forest, but just like in Rapture. You know what I'm saying?
That would be interesting. Like you have to build your own little forts and stuff in like the hallways of Rapture, like or like you go into like the department store type areas and like
you can take
lock
stuff
down a store or something.
Yeah, and it's like on online servers, so like people can come and fuck up your shit, or like you can travel through the whole like world, like trying to find different things, and like you're constantly being attacked by big daddies and like stuff like that. You know,
imagine at the beginning of the game you get to pick Rapture or
Columbia,
and then it's like a procedurally generated world based on your choice. You know what I mean?
That would be
sick.
Awesome, dude. Those weird falcon or bald eagle guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, dude, yeah.
It'd be terrifying.
That would be so good.
It'd be a fun survival game. Like those worlds would just be fun to live in and have to like create stuff in. But
plasmids and stuff would be cool. You could make them like more rare, but also more useful.
A lot more rare. Like you have to actually like put like probably like a good 10 to 20 hours into the game before you start finding stuff like that.
Yeah, or you could craft your own plasmid machine, and that's how you get your plasmids. You could make that really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
I wish I could contribute, but I didn't play BioShock.
What the hell?
Yeah, I know.
What the hell?
I've been avoiding saying that at all on the show.
Hell to the no.
Hold on, we can't just like gloss over that.
God damn it.
You need to go play BioShock, bro.
Yeah.
You can get the collection for cheap now, dude.
Yeah, dude. What the?
You can borrow the collection from me.
Yeah,
I'll let you borrow my Switch if you just play BioShock with it. I'm serious.
Well, sure, I might take you up on that.
What the fuck?
Okay,
look, nah, you're just missing out on some good story.
Yeah, no,
and good gameplay.
I've heard like constantly throughout
They still
the years.
hold up really good, like all of them. Like, man, you're in for a treat. I can't wait for you to play these. Honestly, though, the best way to play it might be on your PC in 4K.
Like, what the fuck? No, I'm just kidding. No, anyways, Devin, what you got?
Yeah, just don't tell people.
Or no, wait, it's Brent. It's Brent. Yeah.
Okay. So.
No, it's me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because you just, it goes
Brent went first.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
So, Harry Potter VR.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
Like, what kind of way? What is the gameplay?
So, I mean, yeah, we're about to get Legacy, but I think it'd be dope to have
Legacy as VR.
Maybe not on that scale. That'd be a little overwhelming. I think it maybe on like a directed path, like a story on a directed path, but have the obviously the wand battles and everything. And
I think Harry Potter, just like the immersion of just being able to be in a room and just go through the books and like fuck around with the potions and like like grab like the stupid plant that screams or whatever.
There's so much you could do because there's so much interactive shit that you could put in. You could put Quidditch in it. You could have the wizard duels.
Quidditch.
Quidditch might be a cool game.
Quidditch
by
VR.
Itself.
That's all we
need. Dude, we need another Quidditch game.
Quidditch
World
VR
Cup
would be
was
sick.
Badass.
I think you're onto something here, though, man. Like exploring the Hogwarts castle in VR would be so sick. Like honestly,
especially if it was like super realistic looking.
If it starts you in the common room, it starts you with the sorting hat, and you get sorted into a common room.
Starts you at 7 3/4.
Oh yeah. You do the whole journey to Hogwarts. Now that might get a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
But you get sorted into your room, and then like you go to your like room, and like you live out maybe 4 years of Hogwarts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it'd be dope.
That would be cool.
You fall in love with the Hermione of your
there
game.
would definitely be like a relationship thing. Like that's a big part.
Dating sim for sure. like you can choose to be with that person or not.
I think it'd be cool if like your stats leveled up depending on what classes you decided to attend
dark
throughout
arts.
the day. Yeah, like
level up your dark
like
arts.
you went to herbology or whatever, so you're gonna be good at doing potions. I don't know.
And you run into like Fred and like that you could start pulling pranks on people and like setting up traps.
Imagine the Marauders map in VR. That would be sick. You're like holding it, watching everybody go around.
The Harry Potter universe in general in VR would be amazing.
Talking to the paintings would be sick in VR.
You got to get into the Chamber of Secrets and play chess, bro. Like you're like riding on the giant chessboard and shit.
There's like a room of requirement, but it only shows up sometimes. Like that would be so tight, dude.
Hell yeah, fucking that'd be awesome. Anyways,
WB, if you're listening,
please save us.
Please, God.
Okay, so my next one would be Portal, but less of a puzzle game, more focused on the survival horror thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So it would start out like a normal Portal game, like you're doing your Portal thing, but then you actually like break out of the little cycle that they put you in, and like you're in this like lab, and like you learn more about the Portal universe here, and like you'd have like robots like coming down the hall trying to like kill you and stuff, and you'd like get your hands on a weapon, so it would actually end up being like more of like a combat situation. Like you'd actually have to fight the robots and stuff.
Please return to your room.
Right, exactly. Along with using the Portal gun, so you'd still have like Portal style puzzles throughout the game, but there'd also be like stealth and combat added into it. I don't know. I think that could be a lot of fun.
That would be tight. Good. That's a good call.
Portal VR. Boom. No.
Dude,
okay.
VR,
Check it out. It's Portal, but VR.
Mind blown.
Mic drop.
Okay. My number 2 is F-Zero, since they haven't been fucking with F-Zero for a while. Take F-Zero, but make it like a Forza Horizon open world type game where like you can like, customize your dope ass car and like you can drive around and find races and stuff. Like you're on this
futuristic city with like sprawling spaghetti highways and shit.
It's almost like cyberpunk like level of like in-depthness, and like obviously it wouldn't look as realistic because it's Nintendo making it, but they could make the city as deep and as like cool, like even if it's cell shaded or whatever, but give it like that Forza Horizon like openness, and like customizability.
Add like cyber cops into it that like
that'll
after
chase you. Yeah, dude, and like you gotta escape from them and like do these like cool. You can just go do like cool random driving missions or driving games.
Oh yeah, you get out of your car and Falcon punch people.
I don't think you should be able to get out of the car, at least in the first one. Like, just to make it more realistic. It's like just focus on the vehicles, and like obviously have like cutscenes and stuff where they're like talking and stuff, but like and then in the sequel, then you drop the bomb where it's like, oh, you can get out the whip now, But anyways, that's my number 2.
I like that.
So I can't count. I only did 4. So this is my number 1.
Okay, let's hear it.
But Pokemon RPG in first person.
But it's VR. No,
but it's VR. No, I've played that. It is not good. At least not yet.
Yeah, I think first person Pokemon RPG would be cool. Yeah, if we're talking like VR, Skyrim quality, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to be able to explore a Pokemon world, and VR wouldn't hurt either. But like just be able to walk through a wild area like you would in Skyrim, and then you could have like a random generating like
literally
system.
Sword and Shield. What you're saying right now is
but like Sword and Shield still has like Sword and Shield still has like the grass bullshit. Like fuck all that. Like no more walking through the tall grass. You encounter
I
a
want
Pokemon.
Wild ass Pokemon. Like just flying,
every single
flying
Pokemon
through the sky, or
but that's how it is in the open area. In the open area, it's like that.
Even in the open area, there's grassy areas.
But I also want like more real. Or
he's talking about
looking.
Like sparrows are sitting in the trees looking down at you, and you got to like throw a fucking ball at them up there.
There's like an ecosystem that exists.
Yeah.
I get.
Like you got to go up to the rivers and like see the Magikarp popping out like and like blasting.
That was the most like realistic Magikarp I've ever seen.
I've got to rely on Brent to do my illustrations because you can't see me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brent.
That's why I'm here.
But yeah, no, I think that'd be badass to have a living, breathing Pokemon world that you could explore in the first person perspective.
Yeah.
To have
we all live
have a super
in a Pokemon
immersive
world. I feel that. No, like that's why I'm gonna go ahead and jump ahead of you, Brent, since my number 1 is literally almost the same thing. But I want a Pokemon MMO. Like just a online where like everybody's chilling in this Pokemon world.
That'd be cool for some PvP.
Yeah, and not even just the PvP aspect of it, but like you can have like friends with you. You guys go and do quests and stuff together. You know, like it's like ESO, you know, but Pokemon. You know, it doesn't have to be first person or anything. Like I just want like, even if they did it in the 2D format, like I just want an MMO where I can be online with my friends living in this Pokemon world, like chilling, you know.
Have your own little house or something.
Yeah, have your own house, trading shit with people. You know, like you can change your clothes and stuff and like, you know, make it just like super customizable, you know.
Super about that.
And like they keep adding like updates like or expansions like they do with World of Warcraft, where it's like, oh, we added this new area, you know, and like it raises the level cap for your Pokemon. Like now your Pokemon can literally become gods.
The Kanto expansion.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Stuff
Johto
like
expansion.
now, I don't like MMOs that much, but I would enjoy a Pokemon MMO. I would.
So
play
mine
that.
and yours combined would be bad.
Yeah, it'd be the ultimate game.
Yeah, I'd play it.
Anyway, so Brent, give us your finale.
I got 2 more.
Oh, do you?
I don't know what happened.
You got 6, and
no, I
Devin
got 5.
got 4.
I only have 5 here, so.
What?
Yeah,
that's not possible.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I got 5 of them here.
Oh, because you skipped him just now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that was my number 1.
Oh, but that still should have been.
Either way, guys, I got 2 more.
Right,
so
you have 6.
We have no organization.
No, I don't. Look, you can look. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's only 5 of them.
Okay. I'm confused as how time and numbers work because.
Okay.
Did we just slip into a wormhole or something?
Yeah, let's see this.
Doesn't even matter.
What is your number 1, Brett?
Okay, not my number 1.
Your number 2. I'm sorry.
I would do Red Dead Redemption, but like reimagined as like a top-down game, like Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars.
I'm out.
But in the Old West, you know what I mean? Obviously, it's gonna have better graphics than Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just think it'd be fun to have like a top-down.
So
Red
like
Dead.
almost like a classic Fallout, but like Red Dead.
Yeah, but more like a classic Grand Theft Auto.
Gotcha.
You know.
Yeah, it was the first Grand Theft Auto was top down.
First two.
Yeah. That would be cool as like an iPhone game.
That's why I was thinking like a mobile game.
Yeah, just so you could take Red Dead mobile.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly, and still have like a decent experience.
Okay.
And then my number 1 would be a AAA God of War sequel entirely in VR. Okay, it's got to be like Half-Life Alyx quality. And it's got to have like huge boss fights. You know what I mean?
That would be so cool.
I want to like have like freaking like blade and sorcery style combat where I'm just like fighting my way through like just hordes of enemies, throwing my like blades of chaos at people and like just ripping the eye out of like trolls and shit. You know what I mean? Like I want to just like beat the shit out of everybody.
Stabbing a dragon in the mouth while you stand in it.
I want to like ride on that big lizard from God of War 2018. You know, there's just lots of cool stuff I want to do in VR in God of War world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be pretty intense. I think that like they would probably make people buy VR just if they did that, you know.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Imagine like looking down at your body and just you're all tattooed and ripped like Kratos, and you're just like, fuck yeah. I don't know. That would be so cool.
I think I think the reason VR doesn't get as much credit as it does is because nobody will give it a fucking chance in the AAA space. Like no AAA developers besides Respawn, which I don't even really count because they didn't really try, obviously, but like besides Resident Evil, you know, like that's it. That's all you got.
Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah, but Half-Life Alyx is so specific, and you know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about for console. Like if a console AAA developer was like, "Yo, PSVR, we're giving you a fucking game that you could never even." You can't even play this in 2D format. You're only gonna or like a flat screen format. It's only coming to VR. It's like God of War, the full experience like sequel. What if they were just like it's only coming to PSVR?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it needs to be like Half-Life Alyx quality if you're gonna do that. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be good.
And if they did that, imagine how many headsets they would sell.
Well, the reason for that at the current moment is just because of capability. Like
PSVR is way too outdated to expect anything like that.
And then I'm talking about PSVR 2, baby. I'm talking it's dropping launch title God of War.
Dude,
and then the reason we don't have that happening, on PC VR is because it's such a huge buy-in for PC VR.
Well, there are a few gems on PC VR though. Like you got like Hellblade, which is fucking amazing. Like,
but it's not.
It's not like from the ground up for VR, but it is a AAA developer like. Putting their game in VR in a good way.
Well, yeah, I mean, we see good ports and whatnot. I feel with Facebook and Oculus doing the Quest 2 as cheap as it was and really getting people interested in VR, then I feel like that'll shift more manufacturing to make the buy-in cheaper, and the technology of the standalone headsets will get better.
Mm-hmm. I do think that Oculus is pushing VR forward as a medium a lot.
They
with
are
the Quest
shooting
2.
it forward in my
like I've seen more VR headsets in the past year than I've ever seen in my whole life, just in person. You know what I mean? Like, and it's all Oculus Quest 2s. Like, they're selling like freaking hotcakes, and for good reason. You know what I mean? Like,
imagine though. Okay, imagine like they were just like, so PSVR 2 is coming. God of War Ragnarok will be an exclusive to PSVR 2. Like, what if they just fucking did that shit? Like, it would just change the game, dude.
I would get it. I mean, I'm already probably going to get PSVR 2 just because I expect Resident Evil 8 to be a PSVR 2 exclusive. And I also...
Well, that's if PSVR 2 comes.
Here's the thing, man. I'm not going to play Hitman 3 until I can play it in VR. And I feel like... it's not going to be the way I want it to be in VR until they do some kind of patch to update it for PS5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think you could make it acceptable running through the current PSVR headset if you had the power of the PS5. You know what I mean? But I can't imagine Hitman 3 being acceptable
on the
base PS4. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, yeah.
But at the same time, now that I know that I can play all the Hitman games in VR, like, that's a thing. Like, there's no other way I can play that game and enjoy it.
Is
you know
that
what
live
I mean?
Yet?
Huh?
Is that live yet?
No,
it'll be with Hitman 3, right?
Yeah, Hitman 3 is going to come, and then you're going to be able to play all 3 Hitman games in VR,
when
which
is it?
Friggin' sick.
It's coming up soon.
But it's only on PSVR, right?
Yeah, the VR version is only on
It's
PSVR.
only PSVR, yeah.
Allegedly.
Fuck that. I'm not even excited for that anymore.
Yeah. I am still, but I mean, like, it sucks that I'm going to have to, like, end up buying it for PlayStation if I want to play the VR version, because it's like, I would much rather play it on my PC, obviously.
With 2 degrees of freedom.
But at the same time, I don't know, man. Like, I've had some good experiences on PSVR, so it could be good, but I'm not getting my hopes too high. I don't know. I'm more curious about that than almost anything, though. Anyways.
All right, well, that is it for this week's topic of the show. If you want to let us know which games you think would be dope in different genres or obviously VR, you can let us know in the Facebook group. You can drop it in the Twitch stream chat like 09 Paranormal did with his awesome ideas here, which he came up on the fly and kind of outbeat us. We've been thinking about it for like days.
Yeah, he killed us all.
Drop the fucking hammer. But anyway, so yeah, do that. And we are going to jump on over to the People's Champ. Brent, who is the champion this week?
Yes, the champion of the week. Wow. Yeah.
It always makes me laugh.
I'm going to give it to Phoenix Williams this week.
Ooh, Phoenix.
He says, which real-life historical figure do you think would be the most fun to assume the role of in a video game?
To assume the role of?
Yeah.
Probably Abraham Lincoln, because that twist ending, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just chilling.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
No, but, okay. But not only...
Probably Hitler, because, like, you know...
Oh, God. No, but the twist...
The action.
The twist... okay, not only the twist ending. Apparently, Abraham Lincoln was, like an elite wrestler who would literally wrestle anybody. This is a real thing, dude.
Well, the man
I believe you. It's just
was
funny.
Huge.
Hold on, I just so we can talk about this.
He's just like RKOing everybody.
Yeah. So, okay, I got to read this off.
Oh, the pile driver.
Lincoln is enshrined in the Wrestling Hall of Fame. The great emancipator wasn't quite WWE material, but thanks to his long limbs, he was an accomplished wrestler as a young man, defeated only once in approximately 300 matches. That's from the History Channel.
The dude was huge, and he had very long limbs. He was like, what, 6'8"?
Yeah, he was only defeated once by in 1830 at the age of 21.
Who's the badass who defeated him? Yeah,
he had a famous bout with Jack Armstrong.
Shit.
Yeah, also a county wrestling champion.
Your last name's Armstrong. You're probably gonna win. Yeah.
He's like, "Come on, Lincoln, it's me, Jack Armstrong," and he's like,
I wish I could watch that historic bout go down. You know?
Yeah, dude. Apparently, he would just he invited people to come and challenge him. Like whenever he was president, he was just like, "I'll take on anyone. I'm Abraham Lincoln," and then just wrestled the shit out of people, dude.
Damn. Dude.
Like imagine just being able to wrestle the president whenever you felt like it. You get your ass
people
handed
would be
to you.
wrestling the shit out of the president. If that was
They just don't make them like they used to, you know what I'm saying? And then he just put on his cool top hat and just walked the fuck out of there.
Man,
you know?
dude.
Smoking a cigar, probably.
Yeah.
That's why they had to shoot him in the back.
That's what I'm saying.
Because he knew he couldn't wrestle with that fool.
I want to see John Wilkes Booth take him on, as some fisticuffs.
Mano.
Yeah, dude. He didn't have a chance. But anyways, yeah, that's who I'd play as.
Okay. I think my historical figure would be John Wilkes Booth. No, I'm just kidding.
That actually might be really crazy to live the life of him.
Dude, what if it was a game and you play as Lincoln and John Wilkes Booth, and it's it goes back and forth as you're preparing to assassinate Lincoln, and then you're also wrestling people as
and then it switches over at the end, right whenever you think that you're about to be killed, and you go into Doom Guy, and you just walk in and blow John Wilkes Booth to fucking smithereens,
shit,
dude.
Man.
And then Abraham Lincoln turns and high fives you, and the game ends, and then it's just none of this actually happened.
These are the thoughts.
These are not real events.
Okay, my new one is Jesus.
Ooh, that sounds horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to play as Jesus?
I'll be Jesus. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. I guess so you gotta show up. You gotta convince people.
There's also quick time events where you turn water into wine. You know what I memean?
Quick time.
You mash X really fast and
Quick time variables, you know.
It's like heal the blind, or you gotta press A and X repeatedly, super fast, and that would be pretty intense. Or whenever you gotta go and I don't even know. There's not too much game happening. You know?
Yeah, it'd be like a Telltale game.
Telltale game.
You know what I'm saying?
You can make decisions
yeah, drastically change the outcome of the Bible. You know?
the universe. Wow. Okay, what about you, Devin? Who you got over there? Paranormal said, "Get crucified." That's on the box, it's the things. It's 9 out of 10, get crucified. Yeah, that sounds horrible.
I don't know. Genghis Khan would be interesting.
Ooh, yeah,
okay,
that would be a cool.
But I do have to admit,
as a From Software game,
for whatever reason, the first name that went through my head was Teddy Roosevelt. I don't know why.
It's because he looks like a big walrus. I think
he's also apparently a badass from what history says. But no, I'm gonna go with Genghis Khan though.
Can you imagine though playing as Teddy Roosevelt? Just the third person view of that would just be really weird.
Halfway through the game, Lincoln busts in and just
wrestles into
double
the
legs him, just
he's like, Lincoln.
He suplexes his ass, just
you bastard. I could see that, but yeah, I do think all of those were great choices. Okay, all right. What's the
second was Julius Caesar.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Wait,
Et tu, Brute?
yeah, I was about to say that'd be pretty intense.
Okay. Thanks, Phoenix. Good question.
Yeah. Let's jump to listener question. We have a single question this week.
Okay, we got Aaron Jones here. He says, with Lucasfilm Games, what hope do you have with the future Star Wars titles? KOTOR 3? Would this be the grounds for Xbox exclusives with the Bethesda indie game news as well? Definitely grounds for Xbox exclusive with the Bethesda indie game, probably.
I really wish they would have gave a Star Wars game to Bethesda and not a Indiana Jones game.
Maybe they don't trust Bethesda like that right now.
Oh, but they trust them with Indiana Jones?
Well, I mean, look at, they've kind of been disrespectful to Indiana Jones lately. I mean, we got Shia LaBeouf on the latest Indiana Jones movie. Not hating. I like the latest Indiana Jones movie, but let's be real. It's not, as revered as Star Wars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because Star Wars Episode 7 and all those are just doing fantastic in the eyes of the fans.
Look, I'm just saying, man.
They're just revered, dude.
They are. I mean, how much money did they spend on the fucking Star Wars movies versus the last Indiana Jones movie?
Oh, I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about revered as in, the fans look at it and they're
quality
just the quality.
I'm talking about, just the overall body of work of Star Wars versus the overall body of work of Indiana Jones. The fan base for Star Wars.
Dude, there's a million, millions of people have signed this petition to completely scrap the sequels to Star Wars and just restart.
Oh, the sequel trilogy?
Yeah.
And that's because the fan base is more passionate about Star Wars.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So why not give it to some people like Todd Howard?
That's why. That's why you don't give it to them, because the fan base is too passionate. People don't care about Indiana Jones. They weren't raising hell about the most recent Indiana Jones movie. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
no, but you're not getting what I'm saying. I'm saying, why wouldn't you trust one of the biggest names?
Because of Fallout 76.
Because of Fallout 76 specifically. I guess that's the case. But they also gave it to EA, which is one of the most hated, literally one of the most hated companies, not just in video games, but it was wasn't it on some thing as the most hated company in the world?
One of the top Fortune 500 hated.
Yeah, something like that.
Next to probably next to Comcast.
And they're here you go, EA. And they trusted them to make something.
Wait, what was his question?
I don't think they knew better at that point, you know? I think they looked at other EA games they got The Sims and stuff. They must be a good video game developer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all that good research they did. No, but
I mean, you look at EA's body of work, there's lots of great games. You know what I mean? It's not like they're just shitty developers. They just have a bad reputation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. I mean, imagine, though, if you gave the Star Wars license to Bethesda to make instead of Starfield, they just went Star Wars. Imagine. They were just hey, fuck it. Whatever we were doing with Starfield, wrap that shit up. It's called Star Wars now. And we're gonna make it into this big Fallout type thing of Star Wars. Wouldn't that be dope?
That would be dope. I don't know how Bethesda would do with it, though. Weirdly enough, I can't imagine that game. You know what I mean? I just can't. I don't know why. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
what was the original question again?
It was what do you think's gonna happen now that they changed it to Lucasfilm Games and this whole Bethesda making an Indiana Jones game? Will Star Wars games be good from here on out? Is basically the question.
I thought you were saying, what do we want to see from them? I was like, Force Unleashed 3.
Well, also, yeah, that. I don't think you'll see. I think, what's his name? Star Killer or whatever. What's his name? The guy from Force Unleashed? It is Star Killer, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, fucking.
Something like that. Star Stabber.
Revan or something? No, not Revan. Not Revan. What's the dude's name? Fucking, Kylo Ren?
No, that's
what is that? It's Star Killer. Yeah.
Oh, Force Unleashed. I'm sorry.
Star Killer.
So Star Killer for Force Unleashed, dude. Is he even considered canon anymore?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I know that the Battlefront 2 is considered canon, and several of the other games are.
Just put, is Star Killer considered canon? Yeah, right there. Or is he Legends? Starkiller became an immediate fan favorite. Disney reset the expanded canon.
Fuck Disney.
Yeah, so he's no longer canon. He ended up being struck from canon.
Boo
So
on Disney.
they are definitely not going to do a Force Unleashed 3. If they did bring Starkiller back, they would just make it like they'd call it Starkiller or whatever, and just reintroduce him.
Yeah, a full reboot.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's the problem. They killed too much amazing stuff. Like, it's like, where do they go?
I mean, they could just bring it back. Like, why couldn't they just be like, just kidding, that's canon.
So what didn't they
could.
Like, why couldn't they do that,
What didn't they kill? Like, what lore? Obviously, they
anything
didn't kill
related to
the
Clone
first
Wars.
two trilogy. Oh, okay.
Anything, so the animated series Clone Wars, Rebels, they didn't kill, so like Darth Bane and like Revan are technically still canon somehow because of Clone Wars, because they're mentioned in Clone Wars. So therefore they're still canon, but their stories are destroyed. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you go back and look at their books or their games, they don't exist in that capacity anymore.
But this is all just according to like some guy at Disney who's like, yeah, fuck all that shit. Like, I feel like you could just be like, that did happen. Like, I don't know who's in charge of that.
Well, because we're talking about official canon, like according to Disney, because they own the canon.
But why couldn't they like make it official again?
They could.
Like, is there anything that like keeps that from being
they just need to not fuck
there's
around
not like
with the
a
current
contradicting
canon.
story or something that like ruins that story? Like I just don't.
Well, it's just the fact that those stories, according to official Star Wars, does not exist anymore. That's the problem.
But I mean, like, I'm just saying they could officially be like, if they wanted to, they could bring it back.
Yeah.
Like if they really wanted to, they could choose any story as long as there's not some. I think the reason they did that was because the Jason and Diana saga with the, that's like basically the sequel to the original Star Wars in book form. You know what I mean? I think they wanted to cancel out that from the record. Oh God.
Yep. They did, but like, so the thing about that is like, I think they could. They just choose not to. That's the problem.
I think they choose not to because there's no point right now. I think they really would if they thought they could make money off of it.
But they're doing the High Republic. Like, why are they making this High Republic where it's just like, I don't know, man. I think Star Wars just got a little too carried away with like just being dumb. Like, I'm sorry, but the sequel trilogy was just trash. Like,
it was hot ass garbage.
And I haven't even watched the third on the sequel trilogy, so
you're not missing out on anything. Yeah.
The second one was trash. I mean, like, honestly, I didn't really. Yeah, I feel you. They weren't that great. I liked some parts of it. You know what I mean?
They just got too focused on making it like a modern, like they were focusing on like real shit that's happening in real life. It's like Star Wars happened a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I don't need to hear about shit that's happening in real life.
I just thought it was dumb that they made another Death Star. Like, y'all can't come up with a better plot. Like, y'all can't come up with a different plot. Like,
we need an idea for the first film. I got it. Mega Death Star. The third one.
Like, that's like the dumbest thing they could have possibly done with Star Wars is like do another Death Star. It's like, okay, like fucking, you might as well just reshoot everything from the original movies. Like,
that'd be like if you gave us the responsibility of writing the Star Wars film. We would have been like
better idea than that.
No, but I'm just saying, like, that's like they just found like 2 or 3 dudes chilling in a room and they're like, dude, what should we do? Like, what if we gave them a 3rd Death Star? And they're like, holy shit, bro, write it right now. That's happening. 3rd Death Star.
I just think it's really shitty that Disney was like, hey guys, so yeah, we really fucked Star Wars with that sequel trilogy. Well, guess what? We're gonna make everything good about the outside universe of Star Wars and just cut it off.
Real shitty too.
Yeah. It just doesn't exist anymore. So that way.
But yeah, I mean, I could go on for years about how Star Wars is making me want to cry. But so to answer your question, me personally, I don't think this means that there's going to be anything good happening in the Star Wars, like realm of video games. Unfortunately, I think Jedi Fallen Order was good. I think it was pretty generic, like in the way that it was like the story was told. But I think if they give it to people like that, give it to Respawn or give it to Bethesda or like things like that, we might get some good stuff. Just because Disney won't have full control. You'll be entrusting these people that are known to make good stories and good games. You know what I'm saying? So there's always that possibility that we'll have some good shit come out of this. But I don't want to get my hopes up is all I'm saying, with High Republic being a thing. So anyways, what about y'all? What's y'all's last take on it?
That's it. I agree.
Kind of split my bit.
Okay, well, that's it for listener questions. Thanks for writing in, Alonzi Jonesy and Phoenix. We're going to jump on over to the final portion of the show, which is...
It's Brent's kind of crazy question thing that I do every show. Woo!
Yeah. I like that.
I don't have a real name for it.
Brent's fact that he says in a question format so we can answer it.
I got two again because lately I've just been feeling like my shit isn't crazy enough, so I got to bring two to the table.
Two.
Okay, so the first question I will ask you is how short is the shortest commercial flight in the world that you can take?
The shortest?
Yeah.
Like in distance or
time?
What kind of plane are you talking? What are we talking?
It's commercial. Like
it's commercial.
Yeah. Commercial can still be a small little biplane, though.
It's a little plane.
Little plane?
You go to the airport, hop on a little plane.
I'm going to say 10 minutes.
Ooh.
20.
You're close. Jamel's closer.
Are we talking time or distance?
Time. He said time.
I'll give you a distance. Okay. It's 1.7 miles.
What the hell?
So literally like
Alaska?
2 minutes.
57 seconds. On a good day, apparently.
On a good day.
What?
What would that be on foot?
I don't think you can get there on foot. I think you have to. It's like an island.
Oh, it's in Alaska or something.
It says the Loganair flight between two Scottish islands of Westray and Papa Westray lasts just 57 seconds. At a distance of 1.7 miles, it's the shortest commercial flight in the world. However, because the trip is made via one of two 8-seater planes, the exact time of the journey could take a bit longer if there are strong winds. Loganair claims it takes less than a minute in favorable winds.
What is a bit longer when you're talking about 57 seconds?
It's like, damn, it took a whole 2 minutes, bro.
It's going to be 3 minutes today, boys. Sorry.
All right. What's the next one, Brent?
All right, here you go.
That was very interesting.
What noteworthy celebrity voiced the sister of Charlie Brown on the Peanuts as a kid?
You said notable?
Yeah.
The sister, and when you say notable, is she like in stuff right now? Like she's pretty like...
You would know her. She's a musician. How about that?
Oh, okay, so she's a musician.
What famous musician used to voice Sally from the Peanuts?
I mean, this is a while ago. So.
Yeah, so she's pretty old at this point.
A woman. Mariah Carey. I don't know.
Harper?
Kind of close.
Is
Beyonce. No.
Oh, kind of close. What? Not really.
No.
Kind of close. Not really. What's the Harper lady? Is it?
Not Harper. No Harper.
Is it? Is it the lady from Fleetwood Mac?
No.
That was gonna be my next game.
Is it Reba McEntire?
Let me give you guys a hint.
Okay.
Well, I can't give you a hint.
It was close to Mariah Carey.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
It's closer than anything else.
What kind of music do they make?
She's in a group. She's in a rap group.
Oh, Fergie.
Yeah, it's Fergie. Fergie voiced Charlie Brown's sister Sally.
Wow.
Before she was Fergie of the Black Eyed Peas, Stacey Ann Ferguson, better known as Fergie, was an aspiring child actor. In addition to starring on the kids show Kids Incorporated, Ferguson did voice acting work for the cartoon based on Charles M. Schultz's famous Peanuts comic strip. She provided the voice of Sally, Charlie Brown's younger sister, for 2 movies and several episodes of the animated series.
Wow. No one knew that she would go on to make My Humps. This is some weird shit. Well, That's it for the show today, guys. Paranormal, thanks for chilling with us. Remember, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, but you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast every Tuesday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to submit any questions you want us to read on the show to the GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast. Check out our video content on youtube.com/createforsanity. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle AlJafferJamel, and Brent at Brent has one. That's the number 1, and Devin at Devondreas. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast. Wait, am I saying that wrong?
No, you never say it right.
Well, how do I say it?
It's just Devondreas. There's no you split the two.
Devondreas.
Yeah.
Okay, Devondreas. But I feel like if I say it like that, they'll know how to spell it. That's why I say it like how I see it. Like now I don't even remember how I was saying it. Devondreas.
Yeah,
Okay.
Devondreas.
You guys will figure it out. Anyways, thanks for the follow on Twitter, Paranormal. Nice. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram, guys. Until next time, listeners. Later.
Sorry.
All right, bud.